I went into settings and like set it up with the like under audio. It's set to my microphone is my headset, and then the desktop capture is basically you guys on my headset.
And that's not working?
No, it's not.
Oh dear.
Alright, so what I'm going to have to do is unmute you guys on your feeds and use those as backups.
Oh, that might work.
Yeah.
How am I going to work? You'll have to let me know if I'm actually broadcasting on mine, since I don't know.
Yeah, I'm turning you guys on. Give me a moment.
Why you're putting Britlain's feed on if I don't have any connection to that feed?
Yeah. Let me turn that off. There we go. And, Brunera, you...
Get me and Brunera working.
We're trying desperately to try and fix this.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because you guys aren't feeding in.
Discord's being captured. Yay.
Oh, well, there we go.
What? So what happened?
I just had to click the gear. That's weird.
The gear.
We may have to mute
You gotta
the
click
stream.
me.
You had to do that last time.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, we got it working.
There we go. I have it fixed now. So, ladies and gentlemen, you guys just have to speak really loudly. There we go.
Yay.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We got the audio fixed, so thank you for taking the time to wait for us. So, welcome to Shores of Sorrows, Sapira's Legends RPG. I am your storyteller, Captain Wilcock. For those of you who are new, do we want to go around the capstan and introduce ourselves?
Sure,
I'm
I
cool
guess
with
we
that.
could do this every time, I guess, to really give an idea.
It's good, it's good. We can keep it short if we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
can
keep it
join it.
short.
So, who wants to introduce themselves first?
I guess me first, because I'm pretty basic to start off with.
Yep.
Greetings, I'm Britlain. I wear a bucket. Don't take it off, or slap you. Anyways, words. Okay, it's next person.
Next
Try to
person.
stay in character, but I just kind of had a panic attack inside.
It's okay.
You're
Alright.
fine.
So,
The person under me
I'll go-
starts.
Yeah, I'll go next. Counterclockwise or clockwise.
Yep.
Clockwise.
There you go.
around the capstan we go.
So I'm playing Asteram, the somewhat mysterious navigator.
Somewhat mysterious? Are you
Try
sure
to be
about that?
mysterious as possible.
The subtle, not subtle navigator.
Yes.
Not subtle, not navigator. Love it to pieces. Hi, I am playing the doesn't quite have the sea legs fighter named Magdi.
And who's the person above us?
And for those of you who are new, I'm Matt. Those of you who may have watched our previous ones and heard about our previous ones, I am playing Brunera, the Sea Witch.
That makes everyone feel uncomfortable.
Due to some situations and issues, I will not be voicing Brunera as much as I did previously because, I don't have the voice for it right now. But please enjoy the groggy male overtones of Brunera.
Groggy male overtones. I love it, my friend.
I just love where this is
Thank
going.
you, Mag. Thank you.
Bernier's going into a phase.
Yeah,
She's going through a
she's turned into a smoker.
What did I tell
I
you?
was going to say she was going through a transition, but that works too.
Yeah. So I am Captain Wilcock. We are. He's a halfling captain with a deep dark secret that he doesn't want told. So only the crew know. Limited number of crew. So, let's go into the recap. So, last time our adventurers were, sailing the Seven Seas, and they went to a island called the Island of Harrowing Horrors. Sorry, that's a tongue twister and a half. To go plunder...
Excuse me.
To go plunder the riches that, they seek. And so, they've docked. They're on the shore, and this is a volcanic island, by the way. And it's a small mining village, and that's where we're going to begin today's game. So, who wants to start off? As the captain makes the way up towards the old mine.
Is this island inhabited?
It is abandoned, actually.
Ooh. Okay.
Close enough.
The dock kind of
How
looks a
many-
little decrepit. Yep.
How many abandoned homes are there on this island?
Roll me perception, actually. Or a spot check. So you do the d20.
Damn, I only got a 10.
Okay, you look around and you just see a couple buildings. You can't determine if they're homes or not, but there are lots of decrepit, boarded up buildings of various shapes and sizes.
Brunera is going to approach the closest building.
Okay. Captain is going to walk up alongside you. What do you see, Brunera?
I don't see much, but that doesn't mean that we can't find something useful here.
Indeed.
This is an abandoned mining town. Surely there's something of value here.
There's always something of value in an abandoned mine.
Yes, riches beyond belief, I hope, says the
Is it
captain.
abandoned mine?
Mining town, and there's a mine shaft somewhere.
Mind you, if it's been abandoned, are we actually that likely to find something here?
Well,
I don't know, but it's worth a look.
who has the map? He says.
I'm pretty sure Britlain would have the map, mainly because
Uh,
isn't it his contract?
Yes, it's his contract.
Ah,
Oh wait, I think I may have it. He pulls his coat thing a little back and pulls it out.
Alright, so it says find the on Harrow's Peak you will seek the light of dawn is all but meek.
Wait, what is?
The light
Hold
of
it.
dawn is all but meek. So if you want me to type that out, I can into chat.
Yeah, please do. In that chat,
Because it's easier for me. And also the
oh, that's for the
Audience gets in
audience
it, yeah.
too. Yeah.
yeah, the audience gets to understand if they'll be confused.
Ew, there's a hair on my straw.
Oh,
There's a hair in my soup.
No, I thought that was a fly.
That happens more realistically.
There we go. So the riddle is at Harrow's Peak, you'll seek the light of dawn is all but meek.
Britlain just kind of quickly, with a quick gander, looks around, but just without really walking, just uses his head and looks around.
All right. Would you like to roll a perception check?
I don't like my minus I get from the bucket.
Well, you could always take the bucket off.
Yeah. Now, because pretty much everyone knows what's under the bucket at this point, but one person, right?
I was gonna say Asteram is like the only one who doesn't.
Yeah. Sorry, I have
I'm gonna quickly check how check how close Asteram is first
Yeah.
before I do anything.
He's
Yep.
he's like slinking around, but he's
Yeah.
not. I don't know. He's not
Okay.
keeping an eye on any specific person.
He's
so.
slinking around, he says.
Yes.
Slinking around.
I picture like he's always like in the background, as the
Yep.
players are wandering around, and he
Yeah.
walks with them.
Frickin'
But...
Pink Panther music's playing as he
all right.
Okay, that was.
I
We
should have
we
picked a
didn't
different
start at the
verb.
same time, and we're probably all in the same key.
We're all enjoying it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
okay, after Britlain look, he quickly lifts the bucket up, not completely taking it off, but just enough so he can see more, aka lifting it over his eyes.
Alright, I'll remove the -1 for that.
And because
So roll normally.
yeah, just roll straight. Me.
Yep.
Just a 1d20, and that is all. A 19.
Ooh, nice.
You look up at the volcano, and it's the highest thing that's possibly on this island.
He puts his bucket back on. Okay, I'm trying to remember his voice real quick. Give me a hot sec here.
Take your time.
Remember, he's a tea-loving British guy.
Yep.
I think my voice got deeper since last time I did his voice.
It's fine.
True.
But he quickly points to that volcano. That seems to be the highest peak, as this map says. Something about the highest peak, so I think it's a good hint. Give me a
Well, we should
second.
head to the top of the volcano.
Yeah, and how do you propose
Give
do
me a
we
second.
go to the...
What
How-
happened?
He's AFK for a moment, so I'm gonna. So the captain starts looking around the houses, trying to find like a way to get to the top of the volcano because the houses kind of surround the volcano.
At the moment, I don't care for the volcano.
Is it active?
There's a low rumble.
It's awake, but it's not spewing nothing right now. I think for the moment we're safe. But I still want to look around. I'm going to go this way. He
Alright.
trots off toward one of their houses that's closest to you.
All right.
Well,
Captain
this
will
is an
follow.
abandoned town, so my character is going to see if there's like an abandoned.
Okay, you're gonna have to
inn.
mind a baby in the background, and also a grandmother, so...
That's fine.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, what did I miss?
My character wants to go look for like an abandoned inn or tavern or something.
You
like
find the pretty much the largest structure nearby is a what looks like an old hotel, and it's called
Okay.
the if you'd like to roll perception on the
Oh, would I
banner.
ever?
Yep.
I'm pretty good with perception on this with this character. That is a 13.
You can make out the first set of letters in the title, and it says Maggie's, but the rest of the letters are kind of faded.
Maggie's.
And the name actually rings a bell to you, Magdi. But you can't put your
Roll
finger
history
on it.
to
Yep.
remember.
Yep. History check from Magdi.
Did we lose her?
No, she's rolling. What'd you get as a history check, Magdi? Can you hear me? Oh.
It says... Is she still there?
Yeah, she's still sitting there. So, can you hear me, Magdi?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm here.
Oh yeah, what did you roll? Sorry.
I had a 13. I told you that.
Oh, for
Oh,
the
we can't
history
hear you.
check.
You might have lost some of the audio for that. Sorry.
Oh well, I'm sorry.
No,
Wait.
you're
Not your
fine.
fault. Not your fault.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's why I was
I was
asking.
I
It's
was
okay.
thinking that maybe you DC'd or something.
no,
Yeah.
I hadn't. I thought I'd said I got a
Oh.
13.
Okay, for history? Cool.
No, not for history. You didn't say for me to roll for
Oh,
history.
so there's a slight hiccup
I
with the
th-
connection.
I thought you were asking that person for
No.
history, not me.
Sorry.
Ah,
Well,
Uh,
I mean,
Well,
anyone
it's a
can
very
anyone can roll history
we
if they
had
want.
a minor audio hiccup. It's okay.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
said that the name Maggie rung a bell for you to roll a history to see if you remember who.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was during the audio hiccup. So
Yeah.
none of you didn't hear it. We
I-
didn't hear you.
no, confused because I thought that was for somebody else
Oh,
to roll history,
okay.
not me. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's alright. I should be more specific this time.
Okay, I rolled my history. I got a 10.
You can't put
Ooh,
your
shit.
finger on it, but it
I don't
sounds
have
familiar.
anything in history. Why are you asking me about history?
Because the name Maggie was supposed to ring a bell for you.
Yeah.
For Magdi.
Yeah.
So so you go up to the structure and it's kind of like listing to the side. The structure's old, it's settled.
Right.
All the windows are boarded up, and the door is just kind of off. One of the one of those Western style doors are just kind of like hanging loosely off its hinges and just kind of blowing in the wind.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do?
She's gonna go inside. I mean.
All right, so you go inside, and the floor is very unstable. It's creaky. And
Okay.
as you step inside, you just hear the floor creak loudly under your footsteps.
Okay, as soon as I get inside, can I roll perception to see how long this place has been abandoned?
Sure, go ahead.
Some juice, apple juice.
Again, that's 13.
All right, so it's been a while. Maybe about, from your best estimate, it could be maybe like 2+ years, but you can't get an exact date range.
Okay, so it doesn't look like it's been abandoned more than 10.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than my own footprints, can I see any other fresh footprints?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that's yeah. Right. Gotcha.
While she's doing that, what is everyone else doing in the town?
Yeah.
Britlain is
Okay.
still staring intently at the map thing he's got and staring at the peak of the entire place.
Yep.
And slightly wandering to see if there's a good path up there.
Well, all these buildings kind of like go up against the side of the volcano. They're kind of like built into around the volcano being the center of the island.
is it pretty steep then to go?
It's
like, up
very
towards the
steep.
crater?
It's
Okay.
actually treacherous terrain.
Okay.
So.
For Asteram's part, he's gonna hang back and just keep an eye out for surprises.
Okay. Brunera, what are you doing? Okay, well, Brunera's off kind of looking at something. We'll go back to Magdi.
I rolled a 1.
There's way too much dust in the air. It's like
It's hard to breathe.
Hush!
as like snot dribbles down your lip.
Oh no, you aggroed the dust demons.
No, she's just highly allergic to dust. She turns around and maybe someone else can look at here.
The
Find
captain
the
kind of
information
shuffles
she
around
needs.
you and
That's Britlain. He has no
looks
immune
in,
system.
looks into
Yeah, and she's
structure.
going to go to Britlain.
Okay.
standing
Hey.
there with a map.
Loud thinking
What
mode.
are you, Britlain? Britlain.
What is it?
He sets the map down.
Poke.
What is a Magdi? What? It's more like, oh, hello, Magdi. What is it?
Yes. You're looking at the map, trying to figure out how we get up there. Yes.
Correct.
I found an abandoned inn with the name Maggie.
Maggie's
on it.
Okay.
And the minute I walked in there, I sneezed. There's a little bit too much dust in there.
Ah, dust. So what do you need me for?
Well, you technically don't have a nose.
Hey, that's strongly offensive, but correct. So let me assume you were asking me to go in there and investigate for you.
Correct.
I assumed exactly. So,
While you guys are doing that, I have to go get my dice because I forgot to go grab my dice. So,
Go.
Oh, yes, yes. Very good. Very good.
where's my dice? Keep going.
Okay.
If I can find that.
so what are you wanting me to look for exactly?
Well,
If it's anything specific.
well, other than my footprints, which is not very far into that particular building over there, I just want to know if anybody else had.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we have connection issues.
I will look and find. I don't think you
What
went
issue?
did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're having slight hiccups with the connection speed, so on our end. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
He's dying.
yeah, it's okay though. Keep going. So
It's How far did you explore this place exactly?
Not very before I start sneezing.
Well, that's what I assumed. So I will valiantly walk in, he says, well, like, what kind of door? Is there a door?
it's one
in
of
the
those
way?
like swinging, kind of like
So
Like-
the saloon doors.
saloon doors. Yeah,
Like, before he makes contact with it, he uses his cane to just kind of shove it.
push the door open. It just falls off its hinges and clatters to the floor.
Oh, well, that's fine, he says. No one's using this place anyway.
That is true.
That you
That is
know
very
of.
true. Hush you, you're not in
As the
scene.
door falls, as the door falls to the ground, there's like a slight rustling off in the back of the tavern.
Okay, I may have been a little wrong, but whatever it is, it can't be anything too bad, right? It's freaking ogre.
Don't put that out there. Don't.
I don't think ogres exist.
Okay, while
Yeah.
they're doing that, where is Brunera?
She's been standing at the dock, just kind of like walking around, looking at some of the buildings. From what I
Okay,
remember.
she's gonna go up to the closest building to the dock, like the actual like the boardwalk.
All right, there's a large structure that's offset from kind of like the only structure that's very large, has like a lot of wooden cranes and stuff like that, and it looks like a possibly could be a shipwright, but you don't know if anyone's here.
Are there any doors leading to like the
There's a
building? or
large
whatever?
barn door that's been bolted, like padlocked shut.
Is there any other way into the building besides that door?
A couple windows that have been boarded up, but that's it.
Are
And
they
also the
ground
back
level or are they high?
they're high up. There's also the area where the cranes are kind of like jutting out, and there's also, you can obviously tell now as you come around the front of it, near the water side, that there is a large barn door that kind of like opens where the ships would be pulled out into the water. So yeah, and there's enough space to swim
Okay.
underneath and crawl up.
Brunera is going to slip into the water and swim underneath the door.
You slip underneath the water, and underneath the door, you come up, head up, and there's a lot of like hanging meats and like you look up, and there are 5 hanging skeletons, or what remains of bodies, dangling from ropes and chains above you, just limply like.
Very interesting. I didn't think this place was abandoned. More like attacked and people were hung to die. Interesting.
She's going to continue to look around the room.
You're still in the water, like in the center of the room, but there's a little dock pathway around the very edge. A couple barrels and stuff off to the side, some crates and stuff, and what looks like a shipwright's wood workbench off to
She's
the left.
going to. Is there a?
There's a ladder that goes up onto the.
Is there like a
ledge.
staircase that leads down to the wall? Okay,
Uh,
she's going to
ladder.
climb up that ladder.
Climb up the ladder. It's very old and rickety, but it manages to hold your weight. You should come up onto the little platform above there. A rat scurries across your feet.
Oh, hello, little one.
It squeaks at you and looks up and then scurries away.
She's going to make her way over toward the barrels.
You move over to the barrels. Right, what do you do?
She's going to pry one open.
Roll me a strength check.
This is going to suck because I have a negative
Plus
1
one.
strength.
Plus 1 because
Oh boy.
these are old barrels. So,
Okay.
yeah, they've been rotted.
That's a 17.
The lid flies off and actually snaps off, and you can smell the putrid smell of more bodies inside the barrel. As you peer in, and you just see severed limbs of all kinds.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. It would seem that
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw,
Why?
because the smell is just unbearable.
Oh,
You're standing right over it.
yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
this is Brunera. She's a sea witch. I mean,
Yeah,
would,
that's
would
true.
this
So,
affect her? Because she smelt things that are far worse than the ocean.
I'll let you roll it with advantage because, like,
Alright.
you were expecting, from what you've seen already, you were expecting to find possibly more of this stuff. So,
That's a... Okay, oh, advantage. Okay, so that's
yes,
2 rolls.
two d20 take the highest.
Oh, God, I got an 8. Yep, she vomits.
Right into the barrel.
Make it worse.
No.
Yes.
Why would you do that to me? No.
Yeah.
As outside you just hear, as everyone's walking around, you just hear this loud
Thank
from one of the
you.
buildings.
Well, damn.
Asteram will go over there to make sure everything's okay.
The captain says, "I think I heard something over here," and he points to the building.
Brunera is going to back away and slip back into the water and swim under the door. She's not
As-
taking a second blow of that.
As Britlain and who else was with the captain coming around looking at the building?
I wasn't coming, was I?
right now.
Oh,
Well-
Asteram and the captain.
I don't think I heard because I'm too concerned with the rustling.
True. So the
Yeah,
Asteram and
yeah.
the captain come around and look at Brunera in the water, and the captain says, "Find anything interesting?"
definitely interesting. This place is not abandoned.
What do you mean?
Inside this building are bodies.
Bodies?
Numerous bodies hanging from the ceiling and in barrels chopped up in limbs and body parts.
Interesting. No
That's,
wonder they call it the
you probably
short,
heard me
harrowing horrors.
vomiting. I remember something so horrible. Ugh.
As the smell starts kind of permeating out from underneath the door since you left the barrel open.
So it would appear that this.
You better back away. The smell's coming.
She's going to swim up to the shore and get out of the water. She's
Yeah,
not
As
dealing with
the
that.
captain just bends over and literally lets loose over the docks.
I don't know if this helps, but Asteram is technically immune to the poison condition, so he
Yeah.
might be fine.
Roll me a d20. To see
Yeah.
if you're on your own.
This is not a poison. This is more of a...
That's true.
I'm gonna have to stop,
assault
guys.
on your nose.
I'm gonna have to stop screen sharing this so that I can get more
Oh.
bandwidth. So
Ah,
sorry.
fair
about
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That-
I
Not
rolled
even
an
the
8.
snake can handle
I
it.
rolled an 8 on a d20. I don't know if you wanted me to add anything to that.
that. Add just a +1, so it would be
Okay,
a 9.
so 9 total.
You
For us,
feel it
you're
coming. You feel it coming up.
We're all sterile.
He'll like sneak away so like if he has to throw up, he's
I don't want anyone to see.
Yeah, nobody sees it.
I gotta be
Look,
edgy.
He'll just sneak around the building.
Yeah, and the captain says, "Well, maybe Britlain and Magdi have
What?
found something."
No, they're in that bag.
So
Back
the
to
captain goes back into towards the tavern.
Okay, Asteram will follow.
Okay.
Inside the tavern, you guys are now like standing in the middle, kind of like looking around there. Yeah, you walked in. Bar stools, tables, and stuff have been thrown all over the place. Like the place has been. If you like to roll perception,
Wait, who walked in and who?
Britlain and Magdi, do you want to walk in?
Yeah, I'll
I
walk
thought
in
we were
again.
already inside the place.
No.
Yeah.
We were still outside.
Yeah,
Oh.
you were standing outside, just kind of peering in through the door.
I'm walking inside with braveness and
Yeah.
I guess just my British passion is here.
All right. So you're inside, and you can smell something is off in here.
I don't like this, not one bit.
What
And-
did you hear?
Rustling. Do I know which way it came from?
Came from the stairs. As you
I
point.
point quickly. I heard some rustling this direction.
Well, then we best be careful.
The captain comes up behind you and draws his cutlass and says, "You guys okay?"
Yes, we're okay.
We've heard rustling in here. We don't know if it's a rat or something else.
He says, "Well, Brunera's found something interesting. I'd best be on our
And
guard.
what such things.
Draw your
What did
cutlasses."
you- Okay, but what did you
Shit.
find?
Did Brunera approach with the captain?
Yes.
I
Okay,
pull
if
out
you
my.
like.
By the way, I pull out my flintlock.
She's going to pull out her staff.
And on the stairs, you just see these glowing red eyes just light up
Oh, oh dear.
No.
as a hooded figure approaches you and says, "I see you have come for my treasure." This hooded figure just kind of floats with like torn cloak up to you, Brunera, and says, "Be wary, for what you seek may be your last adventure." And it sinks into the ground and disappears.
Oh no, it's no clipping.
Who says I'm here for your treasure?
I think it's already gone.
It's gone.
I
It's
guess
gone.
Why are these creatures are wasting time after their treasure? I could care less for gold. Ugh,
There's
That's
more to life than gold.
exactly.
I guess they're just paranoid.
I don't
I guess
care
I would
for
be
gold.
too.
I care for books and knowledge.
I mean, we're still
My
taking the
character
gold
will-
if we find it, right?
I guess my character's voice is going more anime because I was watching too much.
It's
Hush you.
fair enough. So, the captain
Gotta
just kind of
reset my
looks
voice.
at the floor, and there's like this like weird kind of like dust on the floor. He bends down, picks it up, and kind of. He says,
What did you find, Captain?
he's gonna roll for that. Okay, he got a 15, so he says, "Someone is doing some kind of ritual magic."
Oh, Wonder 3.
Oh, not. What's up with people and ritual magic?
He
It
points.
isn't
He,
not such class.
he looks kind of like over his shoulder at Brunera and says, "Maybe you can identify this type of thing. This is not my wheelhouse."
No, that's your wheelhouse. Pointing back to the ship.
Yes.
Brunera is going to approach the dust, and she's going to roll an Arcana check.
Okay, tell me what you get.
17.
17. Okay, so you can tell that this this particular spell is a very rudimentary kind of like cantrip. It's basically message, but message of the dead.
Oh, Wonder Tree.
So
We are
basically,
we are dealing with a message from beyond the grave. Unfortunately.
When aren't we dealing with a message beyond the grave?
Surprisingly, the moment we arrived here, we didn't see anything wrong with it other than it's abandoned. Which unfortunately is wrong. It's not abandoned. It's worse. Much worse.
What did you find in
What
the
can
in
be
the other
much
building?
worse?
Bodies, my dear Magdi.
Talk
Slain
thereof.
and slaughtered, hung like meat from the ceiling,
How we
stuffed into barrels,
Okay.
left to rot.
Okay.
What can be?
Can I re-roll for the history?
sure.
Because the Maggie's is what you said?
Yes.
Come on, something better than. Ooh, that is a 16.
It hits you like a ton of bricks. Your cousin who was kind of shunned from your clan for supposed witchcraft and high crimes of sorcery.
And her name was Maggie, wasn't it?
Maggie. And you haven't heard from her in years.
I know who this is.
Who is it then?
The captain quickly turns around and looks at you and says, "Who is what?"
This place is called Maggie's. She was my cousin. She was thrown out because she dabbled in something that she shouldn't have.
Oh,
Well. So we come full circle then.
it always
And I
comes
haven't
full
heard
circle.
from her for years, so...
It is possible then she's still alive. If this message of the dead is anything to go on, perhaps she's learned a bit more in her isolation. And has learned to control the dead.
Oh, Lord, I hope not.
There's a crack
Well,
of
that would
lightning
be just a-
outside, and
Well, there's a
as
what?
crack of lightning as a storm starting to roll in out of nowhere.
Ah,
Rain
If
starts
we're
pouring
going to
down.
find anything, we'd best make our way to the top of the volcano quickly.
correct.
So how
The
do
big
we get...
problem is getting up.
How do we get to the top of the volcano? I mean, there's
One
a
of these,
volcano!
one of these structures, says the captain, must lead deeper into the bowels of the volcano, possibly a
Ah.
secret passage.
In other words, we have to go. In other words, we have to go down to go up.
I didn't think
Perhaps.
that, but that could be very possible. Especially if a treasure is supposedly hidden inside, why would you just put it on top?
Well, remember something, this is a mining town.
Well, I didn't
Correct.
see an entrance to a mine, so possibly there's a secret entrance somewhere. Start looking. As he
Probably being the biggest building to make it harder to find, he just kind of says.
as he starts climbing the stairs.
Ah,
I would assume this building is the biggest building, so
Yeah. One of the biggest, yep.
quickly, everyone look. The floors, the walls, anything.
Everyone can roll perception if they'd like. Or investigate, whichever
Thank
is
you.
better.
I
perception
assume,
is better for me.
Oh, I'll
Listen.
actually do investigation.
I'm going to... Asteram, that's his name. I'm just gonna say that now.
The
I-
dice gods aren't with me today.
Oh.
No.
I
mine wasn't
had
great
an
either.
8.
I'm gonna look at Asteram again to make sure he doesn't see me take off my
I
bucket.
rolled
Be better.
Fair enough.
investigation.
Fair enough.
I got a 15, but I have a +2, so that's 17.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Okay, so 17, 12, 8, and something else.
I'm gonna casually make distance and harder for me to be viewed
Yep.
things to make it just walk away practically from
Yeah.
after him as I quickly lift my bucket again.
Captain's now on the second floor of the building.
Okay.
So he's out of
I'm gonna lift-
earshot, but you can hear creaking upstairs.
I'm
from
gonna
him.
lift my bucket. 6. Ah, dust everywhere. Damn it! He just says, "Well, he quickly rubs his skeletal eye and puts the bucket back on.
And Magdi, you found nothing.
I had an 8.
Okay, yeah. So you're looking like under tables and stuff like that, but you just find
More dust.
more dust, cobwebs, some spiders.
What does Brunera find? She got the 17.
You go around back behind the bar, and you step on something like a really torn, tattered carpet, and just hear.
Everyone, come over here.
The
What
captain,
is it,
the
Brunera?
captain is
Brunera?
nowhere
Did
to
you
be
find
found.
something of use?
Perhaps I have.
The
Britlain,
captain's upstairs.
grab the end of that old tattered carpet there and pull it away.
Okay, sure. He says while grabbing it and quickly yanking it.
It
Well,
moves aside, revealing a trapdoor.
I imagine dust.
well. Look what we have here.
There's a
Captain!
There's a scream from upstairs, like a uttered scream, and you just hear the sound of a flintlock go off.
Oh, blasted!
Captain!
It's gotta be Captain! He says really quickly,
Quickly, everyone up the stairs now!
he doesn't even run up the stairs fully. He jumps up half the stairs. Just
Yeah,
in
the
the room,
Magdi is kind of taking 2 at a time.
there's
like he's gonna do the thing where he steps over like one extra step, and I don't
Okay.
think that requires acrobatics because
No.
I did it before easily.
Yeah. All right, so there's a long hallway, and there's like rooms on either side, and there's a door all the way down at the very end to the left. That's open, and the captain's just standing there, stone cold white, like something just literally just scared the living crap out of him.
Captain,
Captain?
He's motionless.
Captain, you all right?
He's
he's
just holding the
motionless?
gun, shaking.
What did you see, Captain?
He's speechless, like
It
paralyzed by the sight that he just saw.
seemed like he's seen a ghost or
I'll
something.
go over and peek through the doorway.
You peek through
I'm
the
going to
doorway.
say he's seen a ghost.
And you see something you don't recognize, but obviously the captain easily recognized it, as in the room there are, from what you can see, there are various small bodies piled in the room, arranged kind of back to back with ropes around their necks. Hello, thank you, Zorander, yes, we love Brunera in her voice. So there's ropes around their necks and stuff like that, but they're not hanging from anything. They're just kind of like tied up by their necks, and you can see like tattoos on their necks of skull and crossbones on each
Brun's
one
gonna-
on the left temple, and they're all cut into the skin like someone just took a knife and carved these
But
tattoos
looks-
into them.
What the?
And the
nothing's
captain,
moving though, right?
nothing's moving, but the captain's like shaking, as you see tears just pouring down his eyes.
Asteram will like reach over and like push his pistol down, so it's not aiming it up anymore.
And the captain just drops the pistol, drops to his knees, and starts crying heavily.
Magdi is on the other side and leans over to the captain. What did you see?
He points and he says, "Those are my former crewmates, slaughtered."
Wait, former crewmates?
Homer. My
And then
God.
she carefully looks at each one of the people who are
yeah.
hanging.
Well, not hanging, but like kind of like sitting down, hunched over.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, dead, obviously.
Yes, dead, but she's taking a good look at them. Are these the people that he described as his...
Yes, and standing behind them, kind of like a misty kind of like drape is kind of blowing. You see for a split second the shadow of a black skulled creature, and then it's gone.
Guys... Black skull creature was just there. It's gone now. Did I see where it went, or it just
It
evaporated?
just kind of like dust in the wind. Kind of like it was there. The sheet moved, and then it was just kind of like dust just kind of blew off into the distance through like the moded kind of like dust sound. I mean, not sound, but light effect. Muted light.
Right. Okay.
How long have the bodies been here? Asteram's gonna like try to assess how long this
Roll
grisly
investigation.
tableau has been.
Ah.
Huh?
20 total.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
nice.
it's only been like an hour.
Oh. Okay, so this. Wow.
So,
These are just dead.
Yep.
and
They would-
would you like
Okay.
to share with the class? Because I don't think we're gonna know unless you say
These,
something.
these bodies have only been here for an hour.
Really?
The
It
captain.
seems like we're not the only ones after that treasure.
The
Recent
captain
kill.
slowly stands up shakily and picks up his flintlock, puts it in its holster, and says, "We move now." As he
We
Captain.
moved where?
pivots
going.
and turns to leave the building.
We moved
Captain.
where?
We did find a way to get below ground.
He says
possibly.
he says angrily, "Show me. There's a price to pay."
Captain,
He
before
pivots
you go
around and-
hogwild, pig
Piv-
crazy,
he pivots,
focus.
he pivots around and says, "I am focused." He
No,
pivot,
you're not. If they're your former crewmates, you must send them off with a proper goodbye. Don't just walk away like a moron.
He says, "Pick them up and put them on the boat. We'll deal with them later." He sighs. "We have more pressing matters to deal with, particularly the
Captain,
people who
as a
killed them."
sea witch, you should heed my words. Those not sent off of former friend and family properly will haunt you like demons in your future. Do you want this?
Sounds familiar.
Send them off with a goodbye. Now don't let them haunt your dreams later.
It is not a good
Understood?
idea to not heed her warning. Where did my voice go?
He says,
Out the window.
He turns to Brunera, looks up at her, locks eyes, and says, "What do you suggest I do?" As you can kind of see,
I
like
will
he's holding
say
back
an
tears.
incantation for you to bring their souls forth. Then you can say your lofty goodbyes to them and wish them well. But do not ignore the souls that have been slain. It is unwise.
This is a foolish idea, I would say. I'm agreeing with her, so you gotta know it's serious.
This won't take long, will it?
No, it won't. They're recently dead, which means their souls are still lingering.
That is correct.
He says,
I think
"Farewell."
Britlain's agreeing.
He walks back towards the room from halfway down the hallway where he was storming off, and says, "Do what you need to do." Looking at the
hold
floor.
On once. So hold on a second. Let me write this down.
Sure. Hope everyone's enjoying the show so far.
It's pretty intense so far.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And I'm battling Britlain's voice right now because it keeps going anime mode.
That's
It
okay.
keeps going more serious like this, but no, I need this, damn it.
You guys let me know when we want to take a short break.
I'm good for a bit.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
good for a bit, so.
Yep.
I'm good.
I'm gonna just set this up here. Sorry about my reach. So, yep. Well,
We haven't even got to the mine yet.
no, we
haven't
haven't,
got to the mine.
which is interesting, but
Not what
Why
you
is that
planned, but
interesting?
like we
I
got
don't
a
know.
roleplay, man.
so as you guys are kind of like Brunera's setting up this ritual or incantation thing, what is everyone else doing in the room? Like, because it's a large kind of like bedroom, and they were piled on the bed,
Are-
kind of roped together.
Okay. Is there anywhere else in this building that has like a window out? Because Magdi is real nervous about being up here while there potentially could be things coming into the building.
There are 4 other rooms, two to your left and two to your right,
Okay.
across the hallway. One is a small bathroom. One is like a small studio study kind of thing. The other one is
Okay.
like the innkeeper's suite with a adjoining kind of like study.
Okay.
You find very little in there except a couple crates and like odds and ends and stuff like that. Nothing of value except if you'd like to search harder.
Britlain is gonna be. We may want a lookout of some type.
Oh, thank you for following, Banana. Thank you for the follow.
Banana.
Banana.
That is an 8.
Okay.
Dice gods are not with me.
You're searching around and you don't find very much of anything except some tattered, dusty clothes and
Okay.
a couple old odds and ends, but nothing of significant value.
Okay.
Some family
Okay,
heirlooms.
all right, Captain. Are you ready?
He looks up from looking down. Yes.
I'm going to draw a rune on the floor.
Okay.
Slash your hand with your dagger and place upon it your blood.
He slowly takes his cutlet and slices his wrist a little bit and drips it over the rune.
Everyone, I want you to be quiet.
Magdi's not
A
in the
wind
room.
kind of blows
Britlain
as
just
the
gives a
dust on the
thumbs up.
room. A wind kind of blows into the room through the open window, as there's a howl of wind, and the wind kind of speaks.
Souls of he, once now bound, a friend return for one last round. From the sea I call to you, grant your mate this last adieu. His tears for fallen friends, let him give you your last end.
And the two closest slain first officer and the second mate's heads slowly go. Hello, Captain. And the captain looks at them and says, John and George, what happened? We were slain by Maggie. One slowly clatters his kind of like jaw, and the other one says, "You'll find the trapdoor downstairs, but be warned, there are traps beyond measure. Maggie has been up to no good."
Of course she has.
And it says, "Be on the lookout. There are lots more that are to come. Watch your back, Captain." The other one says, "You don't know what Maggie can do now." And it just slowly limps as the spell starts to fade.
We'll take their bodies with us afterward, but for now, let us go and find out what little Miss Maggie has been up to.
I've been looking outside the window. Is anything coming?
There are a couple, skeletons just with, like, small cutlasses just kind of, like, looking around the buildings, peering into doors.
Okay.
You say it like casually.
Yes. And
You
your
say
white
like
your
this
white
is
skeleton.
normal.
Remember, you guys have the white skeletons on your ship that you hired.
Yeah.
We're kind of used to that by now. Yeah.
Those skeletons are also looking around the island, looking for you.
So those are
Okay.
these aren't our crew, right? They're
Those
someone-
are your
They're the
skeletons
skeletons that
you hired.
Brunera got from
Oh,
the
those.
hired.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah,
kind of like
Brunera's
guarding
gonna
the buildings.
From your foe.
Brunera's gonna go to the window and call out to them to come to the building and take the bodies back to the ship.
They come upstairs and pick the bodies up and
Unfazed
them
with
back.
skeleton.
carry them out the door back to the ship to could be buried or dealt with later. And the captain down. All of you guys are now downstairs in the tavern area, and he says,
Mhm.
"Show me this trapdoor." We don't have much time.
Asteram would like to check it for traps, maybe while the ritual's going on.
Okay.
The ritual already
So-
happened.
Well, we can
Well,
kind of backtrack a
Or
little
at
bit.
the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hurry downstairs, kind of ignoring this whole ritualistic thing, and then you go downstairs, and how do you want to examine the lock or the trapdoor? Do you want to investigate it? Do you want to?
Probably, I would say investigation. He's going to.
Okay, roll me
he's going to look
investigation.
for like standard traps or whatnot.
Okay. It's padlocked, but we'll see what else.
Okay. I only rolled a 10 on my investigation.
You
which
can't
isn't
you
great.
can't sense any ulterior motive to this locking mechanism. Simple
Okay.
padlock. Very rusty, but
All right. He'll probably get to work on picking it. He's not going to open until the other people are down.
all right.
who
Roll
are
lock
downstairs.
picking then. And as everyone comes downstairs, at this point, and
Which
the 3 skeletons are carrying these bodies away. As you look up, then return to your work. And the captain just
Yep.
looks over you and says, "What? Oh."
I rolled a 19 to pick the lock.
The lock pops up, and you now have access to open the.
Britlain just looks at Asteram and says, "Oh, hello, Asteram. It seems like you're already picking a lock."
Yes, I figured I'd do something useful while you took care of this sentimental business.
Ah,
As you pull open the trapdoor, and
Okay.
a draft of cold, dank air wafts into the tavern.
Britlain's gonna look down this.
It's
Hatch.
dark, but there is a ladder.
Like, does it require a torch kind of dark?
Yes.
I can think of ways to make this easier for us, but it would probably require using a spell and getting lucky with the right spell.
True.
Okay, where are we at?
We've just opened the trapdoor, and it's dark, cold, and a dank kind of draft wafts up through the opening.
Anyone have a light?
I don't need
You
one.
do, Britlain.
And that is. Oh yeah, fire.
Don't forget we know you can use a fireball.
Well, it's kind of hard to. Just kind of says thing. Okay, I'm gonna roll for my magic spell. He's
Roll
never
D-
explained how his
D4.
magic works.
D4.
Yeah, 1d4. Please be good. 1. Is that fire? I don't
Yes.
remember.
Yep, it's fire.
Perfect.
Your hands slowly
lets
start
his
glowing.
He puts down his staff. It wiggles a little bit, balancing itself, and I clench my hands and open them. Is this what you wanted?
Yes. No, you're the one first going in.
Of course.
You light the way. I will carry your staff for you.
Thank you. He says while he starts descending, I guess transforming the fire into this one singular ball that he can
Yep.
just levitate over his hand so he can
Yep.
go down the.
It's about maybe like 2 stories down, and you hit a wet kind of stone floor, and you hear dripping, like dripping of water.
Well, it's wet down here. I don't know what I expected. He says while he gets off the
As-
ladder.
As the captain comes down behind you, followed by Brunera.
Brunera.
Thank you. And
Brianna.
Yes.
sorry, not Britlain's. Brunera's cousin. We'll just say that.
As people go down, Britain, just be careful of my large fireball here.
Magdi will go down last.
All right.
Yeah.
The
I'll-
question is, will Magdi fit down the hole?
She
Right,
should be
okay.
able
Yeah,
to.
it's big enough for everyone.
Okay.
Brunera has to
Because-
kind of tuck in her dress as she's coming down.
Dress.
Her jellyfish dress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
oh.
wearing this jellyfish-like stuff substance on her
Yeah.
body as clothes.
I imagine Brit like how tight is this place?
It's big enough for all of you to kind of
Okay.
like be in, and
I
there's
do
a
imagine Britlain is still trying to not accidentally burn people with the big fireball he
yeah.
has here.
There's a long hallway that stretches off into the distance in the dark. And there's like kind of like small kind of like sewer kind of like trowel kind of thing with like murky water just leading down further into the tunnel.
Okay, so this is leading to the settlement's like sewers, possibly.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Can we get a sense of which direction might take us at least towards the volcano, like inland?
Roll me a d4, please.
Okay.
Oh.
As you
Okay.
pull out your compass.
I rolled a 3.
It's actually headed east, which is in the right direction.
Actually getting kind of dark. Put a light on.
So kind of like north, southeast is where you're headed. So you, yep.
Okay. Is that the? I don't. I'm
Yeah,
not
your
picturing-
compass
that
is
the right-
point. So remember, north is 1.
Okay.
I know this is backward for you guys on screen, but north is 1, east is 2nd, south is 3rd, 4th is west.
Okay.
That's like-
Is that the direction we want to go to reach the volcano? Though?
Yes, from what you remember.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
So you're facing the right direction.
Like
Alright.
quick side tangent, but I just realized none of your characters realize that my magic is random.
No, not yet.
No,
It
not
just
yet.
Not
looks it just looks like I'm a strategic genius.
You've been
Yes.
lucky
Always
so far.
always getting either a fireball or some sort of electricity attack.
So
I'm waiting for the day that I roll wrong though.
Yeah.
We will duck.
yes.
It's not a wild magic spell. It's not like
yeah.
it's gonna go haywire.
I know that, but if you decide, if it decides not to, that your luck doesn't hold out, we will duck.
Okay. Just hurl a rock.
All right. So you continue guys down the tunnel for maybe like a good solid hour and 15 minutes, and a couple rats scurry across. Nothing major. As you come to a fork in the road, kind of like a Y junction, the captain comes to a stop and says, "Which way now?" You're still holding the map, by the way, Britlain.
Oh yeah. He doesn't want to burn it by accident.
The captain takes the map from you and holds it up from a
Oh.
distance, facing you. What does it say, Britlain?
Wait. Is
Uh,
it just gonna say the same stuff it said before?
It's saying it's the same stuff as before, but a new line is starting to fade in. And it says,
Oh.
"From the chambers down under."
Like, can I only read this? Or like, am I the only one that can read?
Everyone can read this as it's
Okay,
fading
I
in.
was about to say.
From the chambers down under, 3 paces south by southwest is where you is south by southwest. Wet and dripping to seek your quest.
Hmm. Well, if you heard the paper, folks.
So
As the
do one of
captain
these-
pulls out his compass and he's gonna roll a d4. Hold on. His compass is acting wonky as he points towards the left.
Hmm.
But when he points to
I
the
don't
right,
think
it
that's
just
the
goes
right way.
normal. It just goes normal.
Huh.
He says, "Something's up about the left end."
Probably not the direction.
Would you allow me to check it first, just in case there's a
Go right ahead, he says.
surprise? Asteram would kind of like to creep down the left-hand passage and look for traps.
Okay, so roll me investigation.
Ooh, I rolled a 7.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You're
well,
walking.
that's not
You're
good.
you're walking, and you just hear like dripping of water, and then you just hear a as a set of iron bars closes behind you,
Ah,
blocking your path.
I'll turn around and I'll say, I think I found a trap.
what a great rogue you are. He just says.
And the captain
So
says,
I'm separated from the party, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Can I try and melt the bars? Because I
You
remember I
can.
have 2 attacks technically.
Yep,
Huh?
you can. But it would
Okay,
cost you part of your fireball.
Yeah, I put my hand on this practically a sun I'm holding that's about the size of my head.
Yep.
And it shrinks a little bit as my hand starts scorching, and then I just use it as a flamethrower because I guess I can use more than one type of spell with this thing.
Yes. So the bars start getting white hot, and how do you react, Asteram?
I'll take a couple steps back from the bars.
And
That's probably
Give
a
me
good
a
idea.
second.
smell of burning metal just as the bars just kind of go.
Huh, okay, our light may be a little less, but there's no more bars.
As you hear Asteram, you hear a scream coming from behind you,
A scream.
I'll turn and look.
like a cackling scream.
Oh,
Asteram, I think it's a good idea to vacate that premises.
Roll me a reflex saving throw, or dexterity saving throw.
okay. I'm good at
Uh-oh.
these.
Uh-oh.
Of course, I'm
Uh-oh.
also good at investigation. Oh, I rolled a 23 for the reflex save.
You hit the deck into the murky, mucky water, right as a fireball comes streaking behind you, from right over your
Is
head.
that gonna hit is that gonna hit us? Who's behind?
Yes. So everyone,
Okay.
I'm
Can
like
roll
the
dexterity saving
because I was
throw.
melting the bars. Okay,
Yeah.
are the bars melted?
yes, they are, but you're gonna get hit anyway because you are taking that action too.
Oh, I can't dodge at the same time?
No, sadly.
Look, he just looks up from the bars.
As
Okay.
this giant flaming sun is headed straight for you.
Oh!
What does everyone roll?
I got a 15.
You managed to jump outside.
I got a 13.
You get hit, and I'm gonna roll damage, so that's gonna be a 1d6.
Get roll damage for all of us, I guess. Is it gonna be for you're gonna roll for each one of us, or are you just gonna
Yeah,
roll for all
I'm
of
gonna
us?
roll for. Actually, you know what? I'll just roll for all of you. So, who got hit? Magdi got hit,
Magdi.
I couldn't dodge, so
and Britlain got hit. So that's 2d6 worth of damage. Each of you take 8 points of damage.
Hey,
Oh no! Britlain, my boy! You just see him get hit with a fireball, and he's freaking, look, he gets blasted back, and he hits a wall, I guess, and now he's just not moving.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
captain
I only had like
Runs over to
5
Brit-
points.
The captain runs over
Right.
to Britlain, and
I have 4 hit points left.
I only have 7 health, man. That would have
That's
killed me
it.
no
I
matter what.
have had enough of this nonsense.
Brunera is gonna step up to the hallway, like where it splits, and she's gonna unleash an Eldritch Blast down the hallway.
Oh.
the captain says, the captain is like tending to Britlain. He's gonna try and do a medicine check. So give me
One thing, I guess my fireball goes away, so now it's dark again.
We got a
I'm
problem.
not sure if I can
What?
maintain that.
The D10 dice isn't used in this particular type of game, but the Eldritch Blast spell requires a D10.
Go ahead to
You
use
used
it.
this multiple times.
Yeah, go ahead to use it. It doesn't matter. If it's a spell type thing, then that's fine.
Where is my?
Where is
Oh, there it
my
is.
medicine check?
I just love how Britain's like, yes, I melted the bar. I just imagine he stops.
I
burning
rolled a 1.
No.
The Eldritch
Oh,
Blast goes
no.
wide, hitting the wall and causing that part of the wall to crack as water starts spewing into the cavern, like lots of water. The room's now starting to flood.
Is it flooding down the hallway, or is it flooding?
All around you, the water's starting to rise around your ankles.
Britlain is down, man.
And the captain goes over to Britlain and pulls out a vial and pours it, opens his mouth and starts pouring the vial into his mouth.
You gotta take the bucket off.
I take the bucket off. And he just kind of grimaces as he's doing this. And he's,
Why?
because he's never seen Britlain's face up close.
Oh.
Hey, plus he's touching a bony mouth. You know, anyone would grin.
Yeah, and your body's kind of cold to the touch because you're unconscious, but, well, also your bone, but whatever.
So what's
you
in
get-
your room?
You regain, so I rolled a 14 on my medicine check, so I want you to roll a d6 for me. Britlain,
Huh? What is it?
roll a d6 to regain health, because I'm giving you a health potion.
Okay, rolling a d6. D6, D6. Come on, baby. 5.
Regain 5 hit points.
Oh. How do I say that I'm saved?
So at the top, there's a thing for your character that says hit
Right, okay,
points,
5. Give 5 health points back, please.
and you just click heal. Yep. So there's a little bar at the top where it says, like, current hit points, max hit points. You type in the number 5, and then you click the green text that says heal me.
Okay.
Can we see what's down the hallway or down
Okay,
the?
I got 5 HP back.
Sorry? 5 HP, yes.
Okay, one thing is because I guess my fire eyes are out, so they
Yeah.
just kind of swirl back and.
As, Britlain just, I mean, not Britlain, well, Captain hands you your bucket and helps you up.
Thank you, Captain. He says while putting the bucket back on and also getting up.
And he says, everyone else okay? He looks around.
Well,
As the
what's-
water is now up to our ankles.
Can Asteram, because I jumped into the water
Yeah.
already.
Yep.
I'd like to try to swim like up where the fireball came from and try to like either get a look at
It's
what
only
happened.
ankle deep. You're not that short.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I kind of thought there was like a sewer channel.
Well, there's a sewer channel that's a little deeper, yeah, in the middle.
Okay. Is
So
it deep enough? is
it's
it
deep enough
from
to
the-
kind of tread water.
Okay. Because I kind of picture Asteram's kind of try to like
swim in
stay under
shallow
the
water.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna try to stay under the surface if he can, and just
Yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah.
swim forward and try to outflank whoever/whatever
Sure.
the fireball came from.
As you
One time I swam on the beach and I went, whoa.
you're moving up to the whatever this thing or object might be, and you just see kind of like in the water, kind of like a staff that's just kind of stuck between a couple rocks, and it has
Oh.
a skull on it that's open, and like kind of like a neckerchief that's like a bandana that's dripping with blood around it. And the skull's eyes are
that-
bleeding.
Okay, it's where the fireballs seem to come from.
As you see, like, scorch marks around its mouth.
Okay, can I try to swim up to the base while still being underwater and like
Yeah.
grab it and spin it so it's facing away from the party?
You can do that, yeah.
That.
So roll me a strength check.
Oh, -1.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Guess what my dump stat was? I rolled a 9 total.
You manage to slowly turn it, but with a lot of effort,
Okay.
and the thing just kind of snaps and falls to the ground. And you notice that the eyes and the skull just slowly light up and then dim back to nothing, and the skull just
Okay.
kind of crumbles into dust.
Okay. I'll stand up and just return to the party then.
The captain shouts down the hallway, "Is it safe?"
It should be safe now. I think I defused the trap that fired the fireball.
He starts helping Britlain, kind of like with an arm over his shoulder, like down the hall, followed by the rest of the party, I guess.
I guess the fireball's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. The room is
Yeah.
dark.
Back in darkness. Britain's obviously a bit weak. That hurt.
Of course it hurt. You took a fireball to the face.
Well, chest more likely, but yes.
As you're continuing down the hallway, you come up to like the Asteram, who's looking over this kind of like spike in the ground.
There was
Hey,
a,
Asteram, what was the trap?
there was a skull. So I think the trap was powered by a tormented spirit.
Mm,
Oh, well, yeah. Wonderful.
Best
As
we keep
usual.
moving, says the captain, as he kind of
Did
sidesteps
you
around
happen
the.
to take anything from the trap?
Well, the skull. So the skull crumbled. Is the handkerchief still there?
The handkerchief is floating in the water.
Okay. Astram will like carefully pick it up. And we'll say
Give me the handkerchief, Asteram.
Okay. He'll hand it over.
She quickly takes out like this bone needle looking thing and some weird fleshy thread, and she's gonna sew the handkerchief into her dress.
Oh,
why?
that is neat.
All right.
Brunera, what are you doing?
It's a tortured spirit. It needs to be placed somewhere where it's not going to be tortured anymore.
And you
And-
think on your dress that's not going to make it tortured?
My dress is made from jellyfish. It's connected to the ocean. It'll set them free.
All right.
As you patch this thing onto your dress, it kind of glows a little bit, and like the stitching kind of glows a little bit. This like weird fleshy stitching that you have, and the captain just kind of like looks sideways at it and just like, she has a point. It works. As he continues walking down the hall, as you can see light kind of flickering off around as the cavern's kind of like slowly turning to the left, like a short curve. And he says, "There's light up ahead. Be on your guard."
Yes, approach slowly. We do not know what's expected yet.
As he slowly draws his cutlass.
I slowly draw up my my long sword.
I
Alright.
slightly weakly pull out my flintlock.
And Astram draws his rapier.
Brunera is going to she's going to use her reaction, and she's going to conjure burning hands.
Okay. At what level?
Why?
First level?
Like
Yeah,
source
first
something up.
level.
Okay, yeah, because you guys are only level 1, I just realized. No, you guys are level 5, so that's fine. Alright.
No, we're level 1.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I'm looking at my
Yeah,
character,
I
I'm
came
like,
up to
I
level-
haven't even
I'm,
leveled up yet.
yeah,
When do we level DM?
yeah. So, you go to, the, around the corner, and there's kind of like a torch in the middle of the room surrounded by kind of like bookshelves dug into the wall. And there are all these different kind of tomes lying around. Scrolls and whatnot. And in the center, there, where the torch is kind of like set, there's a kind of like a raised dais with a bunch of skulls and stuff like that, and a skeletal body that's strewn out, that's been stripped of like various flesh parts. And blood is kind of spattered in various parts of the on this altar.
Uh-huh.
But no one else is in the room. It looks like some kind of ritual was interrupted.
Well.
I feel like we crashed
This
the party.
is perhaps not a party, but something a bit more dark.
I assume I have my cane again, and I'm actually using it for something.
Yes.
Is this room is well lit, right?
Yeah, there's the couple torches on the wall as well as the torch on the altar in the middle, jutting out of this like skeleton's like chest rib cage.
You want to what? Okay. You gonna lay down? All right, you go have a nap then. Okay.
All right. Anyone need like a break or anything like that before?
And that was
I-
just mom telling me she's going to bed.
Okay.
I. Potty, 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 potty.
All right. Well, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, we'll take a short, like
Short
10,
baby break.
10, maybe 10-minute break. Is that acceptable for everyone?
That's
yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
And
that
we'll
seems-
be, we'll join our crew back in just a moment topside. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back
Yeah.
with Shores of Sorrows after the short break.
Popping in and out. I'm pretty sure my friend would say something. Oh, hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We are back from our break. If you're just joining us, this is Shores of Sorrows RPG, our pirate adventure game. We have Britlain, our buckethead British general. We have Asteram down here. Down there. Yep. We have Magdi and our sea witch Brunera. So where
Don't
we
you
last?
mean your lunatic sea witch?
I would call Brunera a lunatic. I would call Leilana a lunatic, but not Brunera.
True. All right. So where we left off, I think, was we were examining the
That's a lot nicer.
the
The room with the body and the torch
Yep.
and the walls and the
Yep.
book.
We crashed the party.
Yep. One moment. I have to. So what are you guys doing?
Brunera is going to snuff out her burning hand, so she doesn't need it.
Okay.
Roland's gonna quickly glance around for anything.
All right. So as you're looking around, roll me a perception.
Okay, he's gonna just hopefully facing away from Asteram. Asteram's gonna figure out eventually, but
Yep.
want to see how
Alright.
long I can keep that
That's
away.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
He's gonna he's getting used to lifting the bucket because he's tired of not lifting the bucket.
At least he's not kicking the bucket.
Why
He
would you
almost
put that
did.
out there?
He almost kicked the bucket.
I got an 11.
11. Okay. So yeah, you don't see much, but like a lot of like scrolls and the piled up in the wall and stuff like that of various things. Some skulls in the corner. Obviously, the person on the what was left of the person on the altar. And yep.
Brunera is going to approach the bookshelf. It's
Yep.
closest to the door.
Okay. Which, by the way, is kind of like shut. It's locked.
Damn.
Go
The
ahead.
door we came in from.
Oh, it's just an opening. It's not a door.
Well, yeah, the opening we came out of.
Yeah.
I have to roll perception, don't I?
Yes.
Okay. Perception is. I rolled a 2, which is just a 3.
Whoops.
You just see a bunch of scrolls.
She is going to take one off the shelf.
Wait,
just
what was
any
the
random
roll that? Yeah,
Perception.
what was the roll that? Perception. Okay,
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Go ahead.
Give me just a second. Oh, there. Ooh. That is a 23.
Wow.
What are you
I rolled a
specifically?
19.
What are you specifically looking for in the room? Like the scrolls, or
That's a good question. I rolled this and didn't say what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
better yet, tell me like where you're looking in the room, like what direction or.
To be all honest, she's looking at the
Altar.
altar.
Okay, from what you've experienced in your investigative skills and stuff like that as a guard, you've seen some crazy shenanigans around in terms of spells and witchcraft and witchery, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
And part of this ritual looks slightly familiar. It's it looks
No,
like it's a
Connor.
resurrection spell of some kind,
Give me a second, brother's being naughty.
but it's very haphazardly put together and seems like the spell's been rushed. Like frantically put together and was
Oh, that's
interrupted
not good.
halfway through.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
good.
And what you can
Um,
tell from this body, and I'll give you this, is the skull is a black skull, but it's has gold bits and bobs of like parts on its head.
Right. Okay.
So it's obviously not the skeleton that you guys know, the black skeleton, but it's something else that's possibly more sinister, and why this person's performing a resurrection spell on it, who knows? But it looks like the
Okay.
spell was interrupted halfway through, so the ritual didn't complete properly.
All right.
So that's what you get.
I'm looking at the altar and go. That looks like that was a hurried ritual.
Captain leans over and says, "What kind?"
Would I know right off the top of my head?
You
Probably not, because that's not something I deal
yeah,
with.
all you know is that it's some kind of awakening thing. Like,
It's some kind of
Okay, I'm
awakening
back.
ritual.
oh,
Well,
hi.
What happened? I'm sorry. Connor was trying to reenact what happened. Like there was
Oh.
that one time I was in the middle of the D&Ding.
Oh, yeah, we don't talk about that.
I caught him in the act though, so
Yeah.
he didn't get to do whatever.
So, we, Magdi was, examining the, altar and kind of figured out a little bit about what this possibly could be, this type of
There it
ritual.
is.
Some kind of awakening, she says. At least, sorry I'm putting words in your mouth, but yeah, that's what she determines. And the skull is, like, black, but has gold crusted parts on it, like etchings into it. And the spell seems to be interrupted, so the ritual didn't go off.
Someone is dabbling in some things they shouldn't. Obviously.
Britlain, would you like to roll investigation on the skull or anything, or are you?
I don't know
also
what
in
my
the room?
investigation score is. What's my investigation
It
score?
should say on your character sheet.
Ah,
What are
I
your
got a plus
skills?
2.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, 1d20 plus that 2 I get.
Mhm.
I don't know why I'm investigating, but 13.
Okay, so you recognize this as one of your former crewmates.
I don't know how I should feel about that because my character. I have no idea how my character should feel about that.
One of the ones that portrayed you.
I don't know how they got it, but this is one of, a black skull, if you can't tell. One of
And-
my black skulls betrayed me.
Well, your comment about this being nefarious, my cousin was kicked out for doing stuff that she shouldn't have.
And it's starting to
and-
peeve me off.
Brunera,
This is
what are
what's
you
happening
doing as
for it.
you're looking at one of these scrolls?
Attempting to read it and glean knowledge from it.
Okay, so roll me a knowledge check, or what?
Wouldn't it be insight?
Insight, thank you.
Why would it be insight?
Because
Are you
because
trying to
I'm-
Are you trying to determine that the thing is lying? Because that's what insight does.
oh yeah, right.
Sorry.
Maybe history, or arcana.
Yeah, I'll roll. Could I roll for both, or is it just one?
One or the other.
Okay, I'll roll Arcana since this scroll is obviously a scroll of magic, because this room is a room of magic.
True.
Oh,
What'd you get?
21.
Okay, so you pick up the scroll
Arcana.
and it just calls like you pick up as you touch the scroll, like you lay your hands on it. You can just hear whispering in your mind. It's soothing, but kind of menacing in the background, and you can just hear distant spirits just from all around you, just saying things like you are in contact with the other planar world. of the dead. So you, while you're holding the scroll, you can speak to any of the undead ancestors out there.
Okay, DM,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna look at the black skull. Like, is it missing a jaw? It probably is.
It
Just a
is.
skull.
Yep.
I'm going to pick it up. This is mine now.
You pick up the skull.
I pick it up. I wonder why this thing hasn't reformed yet. Usually they reform. Well, it's
And as
a
you
lot of
pick
the
it up,
body.
the rib cage just kind of separates, like, and the torch just.
Made a mistake.
And
confused. What happened?
a boulder rolls across the exit.
You know
And
what?
the
I
lights
found a
in
trap.
the lights
Yes.
in the room just kind of flicker out, and a dull kind of like bluish light kind of shines above the altar.
Mm.
And the
I'm
captain
going-
just says, "Put it back, put it back."
Damn it. I was going to do something interesting, but fine. It just kind of says grudgingly.
As you set it down, but nothing happens. The room still remains in its current state.
Okay, it doesn't matter. He says to taking it back. He's gonna look at the golden etchings and stuff.
In the dim blue light, and you can tell that these are like mechanical kind of etchings.
Why would you add mechanical etchings to a black skull? Wonder if it still works. He kind of wonders to himself. I have an idea.
Do the other bones have any? Well, first of all, is the rest of the skeleton like?
Or is
It's
it just white?
it's kind of like charred, but not like. It's mostly
not
white.
black skull levels.
Yeah.
Of...
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that imply that the skeleton came from a different corpus than the skull?
Possibly.
Or-
If
okay.
you'd like to roll insight.
Yeah.
At this point, while Brunera is touching the scroll,
16.
You hear a voice in the back of your mind that seems to be more prominent than the others. Hello, sister. We are here. What can we help you with?
Who is the tortured soul upon the altar?
One of your followers.
Oh, so this is personal then.
You're trying to mental stress all of us, aren't you? DM. Like,
Yeah.
everything in this place is like relating to at least one part of all our characters. The only one that hasn't is Asteram. Like, you're trying to jab at us, and I don't know what you're trying to get at, man. And there's
Brunera is going to take this scroll
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to stuff it into her dress.
Yay.
As you roll up the scroll, it says, "We will speak later." And as you shove it into your dress, the lights kind of in the room just return to normal, but the stone that's still rolled across the exit is still there.
I rolled a 16 on my insight, by the way.
This is indeed two separate
Ah.
bodies.
Anyway,
I think whoever was casting this ritual was attempting to graft a separate black skull out of this framework.
well, it wouldn't work. It's very hard to get a black skull in the first place. It takes one big, well, screw up, you can say. He says, anyways, he looking at the skull, he quickly flicks his hand a little bit, and a similar colored flame to his eyes appear in his hand. I'm going to try and awaken this thing. Should be defenseless, really.
The captain says, "Are you sure about that?" Leading in.
It's just a skull. It won't do anything. Well, I know what he would just be like a talking skull. What are you afraid of? Him insulting you?
All right.
Before he can do that, Brunera is going to snatch the skull out of his hand.
Ah, come on!
You are meddling with different skeletons here, Britlain. That skeleton there laying on the altar is one of my followers.
Yes, but this skull is completely different.
Doesn't matter. You could do something that would cause this entire room to collapse.
We
Ugh.
don't know what this little Maggie's been up to.
He,
She could have trapped the entire room.
he quickly just disengages the flame, and it just kind of in his hands. Ugh. Would have been interesting and maybe a little insightful if I could awaken it, but fine.
It would be nice to
Yeah.
know what the intent was.
It was one of my ones that betrayed me, but I couldn't get it talking, especially if it was just a skull.
Well, getting it talking may be what Maggie wanted to happen.
We can try to do it outside this room if this stone wasn't in the way, he says while pointing at
The
it.
captain's gonna roll, like,
We'll
as you're
deal with
talking,
that
the
in a
captain's kind of like
moment.
looking around the room, like up and down in various places. He's gonna roll investigation. And that did not work. Oh, there. Wow. Dice are happy with me today. The captain kind of leans down and kind of pushes aside a couple of these scrolls and says, "I found something." As he reaches back into like behind the scrolls and flicks the lever,
What do you
and
find?
the door that's like closed goes.
Well done, Captain.
Well,
It just opens.
I guess we have to get going. I guess we just bring the black skull, I guess? Or are we going to throw
I
it?
will
Baseball.
take care of the black skull. You
Okay.
go on.
Sounds good, I guess.
She's
So-
going to put the black skull into her dress.
It's like an infinite bra.
This time it's like up on the shoulder or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's like it melted into the shoulder part of her dress.
Yeah.
Because remember, this thing is like really thick of a jellyfish dress. It's like
You
super
think,
duper
like-
thick.
Everyone's gonna quickly look at you, Brunera, and go, where does it go? It's getting concerning.
Trust me, I'll explain it all later. Let's move.
As you see steps leading up.
She's gonna charge up these steps, like just.
Asteram's gonna be like, we could check for traps, but I guess we can just go.
Screw the damn trap. Let's go.
Screw the traps!
As you're walking up and Brunera, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. You were the one who wanted to go up the stairs.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 4 and I have a +2.
You had a six.
A bunch of arrows go flying out in front of you. Two of them digging deep into your legs and your dress.
What the hell?
Oh, come on! You just hear Britlain, oh, really, more traps! He just...
As you
person
look
in
down
the trap.
underneath your dress and you're stepping on a pressure plate.
Oh, of course. A pressure plate. Lovely.
The first normal trap I've seen.
How much damage do these arrows do?
Well, there were 2 arrows, so it's 2d4.
Can
How much health do you have again?
Huh?
How much health do you have again?
Brunera has 9 points of health.
Take 5.
Okay, that won't kill you.
No, it won't.
Heavily weaken you, but
She's going, well, not heavily weakened because one of them hit her dress.
That's why it's only 5 points damage.
She's gonna tear the arrows out and continue
Angrily.
charging up the staircase.
Brunera, come on! He just says, "Hold
I
Follow
think-
or get left behind. I don't care at this point. Let's
I'm
go.
running. I'm running as fast as my legs can take me."
As Brunera, you reach the top of the stairs, and the heat in this room is unbearable. As you just see, this outcropping, reaching out like kind of like a bridge. This this stone kind of like molten outcropping that's in the middle of the volcano's mouth, and you can see the lava bubbling and stuff around you. And standing there in the middle is on a throne kind of like thing on this outcropping out there is this creature draped in, just shrouded.
Oh, more problems.
I am
And it
closely
says,
I'm closely
"Hello
following.
and welcome to my domain."
I'm closely
And you see
following
claws
Brunera.
kind of like come out of her, out from underneath the shrouds, and then slowly vanish. Where is the rest of your friends? I hope they are coming. It would be a lonely party without them.
Because Britlain was also with him. With
Brunera?
everyone fronting the pet.
Yep.
Yeah, because he's like.
As the party just kind of crests the top of the stairs and sees this.
I am assuming you're Maggie.
How apropos. Yes, I am. And she stands to her full height of 7'9".
7'9". Jeez.
Well, I'm 7 foot, so that's not that much taller than me.
And she starts walking towards down the kind of like this bridge, and says,
I forgot how tall I am, but yeah.
And says, "I see you found my friend." She points to Brunera, and says, "Relinquish him, please, and I won't do you any harm."
Do any harm? You've already done me harm. I'm gonna put an end to this foolishness of yours.
I believe you made her angry, and also I think you made the rest of us angry too. You just kind of.
Maggie, what have you done?
Silence one. As she holds up a finger, and she's gonna cast a silence spell on you.
Yeah. What do I need to roll?
Constitution saving throw.
Are you sure it's Constitution for that?
Wisdom. Yep, wisdom saving throw.
Is there a way to reflect that?
No, unfortunately.
No.
You said silence?
Yeah, silence.
Isn't silence the type of a charm?
Yeah. Hang on a second.
So I have to roll a d20 plus 1 to hit, at least.
Silence. That is not a spell.
Oh.
Oh no, it is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yep.
It is in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point you choose within range.
I'm targeting Magdi, so
20 feet around Magdi.
And it's a illusion. It's a ritual. It will take her 10 minutes to actually do that.
yeah.
Well, okay. I thought you could cast rituals with a spell slot.
Yeah, but
you could.
Yeah, she could. I mean, you don't know what kind of class or whatever she is, but.
And there is no spell save.
Okay, so
I think it just creates
happens.
an area. Yeah.
Yeah, it just
so she's
happens.
going to.
What do you have to be
roll
such
a
a
16
such a
and
rule
it.
stickler?
Yeah, she rolls a 16.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Come
I mean, we could do a roll off if you want.
roll.
What is Magdi's armor class?
That's
and
true.
Magdi's armor class is a 13, but that does not do anything for silence.
Yeah. Because it.
Yeah, I think silence just kind of creates an area of.
It is
area
an
effect.
the 20-foot area.
Yeah. So
Just gonna step
you
away
try to
from
speak,
her.
but you can't.
So you want to do a roll off?
Yeah. So I rolled a 16 already. So you have to beat a 16.
What's your
I
biggest
get half.
16?
I have half that.
Okay.
You rolled an 8?
I've rolled an 8.
Damn.
Okay, so yeah, you try to speak, but you can't get the words out of your mouth for some odd reason.
Like, is it gonna affect everyone within the radius, and Britlain needs to walk out of it?
Yeah, I think it does.
Yep.
Let me go look.
Do you see
Brunera is not in range of this, is she?
No, she's standing out just outside the circle of influence.
Well, Britlain's walking past Magdi in the first place, so he's gonna be affected.
Range is 120 feet.
120
It's a
feet?
20-foot radius centered on a point you choose within range. So, any creature or object entirely within the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures who are deafened while entirely inside it. Casting a spell that requires a verbal component is impossible.
Britlain just kind of walks out of it because he's just kind of briskly walking.
Yep.
Near, like to where Brunera is practically. You magic, undead, whatever, is always aggravates me. He just kind of says.
She just crosses her arms and says, and floats there, kind of like menacingly, and says, "What you gonna do about it?"
You say it like you're so confident about I'm not gonna do anything, but you also say it like you think I have nothing, but also you don't know if I do have anything. So,
how far away is she?
She is 120 feet.
Damn. Okay. I may have to back up.
Asteram would like to, especially now that there's an area of magical silence, can I attempt to conceal? I don't know how much concealment there is, like rocks or whatnot.
Yeah, there's a couple outcroppings, like stalactites and stalagmites around there.
He's gonna try to exploit the magical silence so that he can maybe move a little faster.
Yeah.
But he's gonna try to sneak either to outflank.
Okay.
Or to at least advance, whichever is most plausible.
All right. So. Go ahead.
Kenny, I need to.
Go AFK.
Pull you down.
Oh, okay.
Quick. Oh.
Give me a moment. I will be right back.
Okay.
Damn to player.
There. Huh? Okay.
I don't like that. Every time you do that, that means you're about to make the situation either funner or a little less interesting to do anything cool.
All right. So, as you guys are like doing this, hold on. Where is the? Where's my? Hold on. Where is? Okay. So, describe what you guys are doing while I do this.
Well,
Britlain is tapping his foot impatiently and a little aggravatedly.
Well, the first thing that Brunera is going to do is she's going to pull a potion out and drink it.
Yep.
What is
So
that?
that's a D6.
Yep.
Come on, big number, big number. I got like 1 point of health.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Like,
It does. It does.
I did just
Got 5
remember
points
that.
of health now. No. 5. Let's see. 9 minus 5 is 4. Yeah, I got 5 points of health.
Are we going to go into combat yet, or not?
We might be.
I'm pretty sure Britlain is walking
Well,
into
we
a combat
already
scene.
are in combat because she attacked you with silence.
Britlain just walks into a fight with 5 health out of his 7. But
I'm walking into a fight with 4. What are you talking about?
We're both walking into a fight a little unprepared. But my character doesn't care because he's kind of pissed off. But he's not letting it show too much.
So, what my character can do, as a bonus action, I can turn invisible until the start of my next turn.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are in combat now, so.
Yes.
Oh, is it fight music time?
Yep. Fight music's on.
What do we want to do a specific order then? Just
Why don't we go clockwise?
okay.
Starting with whoever wants to attack first part of the party. So who is? I'll have Brunera go last.
Because whatever she's doing is probably a little strong, so...
Yeah. So why
So
don't we start with?
Why don't we
ahead.
start with Britlain, then
Yep.
and
Asteram.
Asteram, then me, then Brunera.
That works. Yep. Right,
Okay then, I feel like you're not going to be all of a sudden really nice. So, anyways, you pissed me off. I'm gonna roll for spell.
So, okay.
What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Something new? Nope, got 4.
That's water.
Oh, water's new.
The water is new.
Okay, this is like
It's like liquid
I
just
want-
kind of starts like running around your hands, start turning wet and slimy.
I wonder when you guys will realize that I can't control my spells. Okay. Like, in the back of his head. Well, this is not what I wanted. But, okay. There's lava everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lord
yeah.
lava.
Floor is lava. I'm gonna try and make a steam shoot. I'm gonna try and make a lot of hot steam.
That's
to
a
hit
really
our
good game,
opponent.
actually. I've seen it.
Yep.
Like, isn't our opponent floating above lava?
Above a bridge that's over lava. Yes.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try and steam them with some hot steam with water, and also
Okay.
making some hard lava. But yeah,
Roll to hit.
I gotta hit just roughly around them. It's like an explosion.
Yep. So pick a point, but you have to hit that
20.
target.
19.
Yeah, you hit nearby. So roll 1d8 damage.
Oh, well, that's not a 1d8 at all. Okay. There we go. 2.
She just kind of gets a little bit scolded on her face, and you just kind of see like part of the her face just kind of like melt and then recoagulate into like a normal face. But she did take some damage, so give me one.
I guess my water's gone now because I dispelled it with
Yeah.
a shot of water. I could have probably used the water in many other ways, just this was the main way I can think of.
Yep.
It's more creative than just spraying water at her, though.
Yeah. Next we have Asteram.
Spraying her like a cat.
Yeah, bad. Bad.
Asteram would like to try. I guess he's gonna sneak close to the levitating figure
Okay.
while trying to stay hidden, if possible.
Roll me stealth.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Here it comes.
I'm not bad at this.
Are you sure?
I hope not. I rolled an 8.
She spots you and she's gonna get an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Oh no.
She is going to point in your direction, and she's going to cast what is it? Lightning bolt out of her finger
Oh jeez.
at level 1.
She's literally,
yeah.
she's literally going to make the bang.
Happy little trees! Happy little trees!
There we go. The spell goes wide and hits the dirt next to you.
Oh my god, I have low rolls today.
How close am I? Probably still ways off.
You're about like what, 45 feet.
Okay. I think at this point I'm gonna switch and like bring out my short bow and I'll just give her an
Okay.
arrow.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh. 21.
You hit. Definitely.
Okay. What do I roll for damage?
D4. Yep.
D4.
Unless it's a heavy crossbow, then it would be a D6.
Oh no, this is just a short bow.
Short bow. Okay. So yeah, it's a D4.
I rolled a 1. Do I add anything to it or is it just the die?
Just the die.
Okay, so 1.
So yeah, she takes some damage, and she rips the arrow out from under her cloak and just tosses it into the lava and goes. Oh,
Go, you're nuts.
yep. All right. Now Magdi.
Now Magdi. Magdi has gone invisible because I used the
Yep.
bonus action. I am moving. I'm going to be moving out of the silent circle. I mean, I can
Yep.
go 30 feet.
Yeah. So I'll say you're outside.
I'm going to take a double move. That would get me 60 feet. Where's that going to put me?
That will put you kind of like right in front of her if you want to like go up to her. Cause
Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to attack her.
yeah, so there's like kind
But
of an
I'd love-
outcropping that goes like this, and then there's from that outcropping like this, there's a path that leads up over an arch to this like pedestal where the throne is in the lava, that's bubbling around underneath.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I've used my bonus action, I've used my move action, and I've used my action because I had to do.
Okay,
something.
so you've moved into the position. So
I've moved into
she,
position. I can't do anything.
she
She can't.
she can't
see
see
me because
you.
I'm.
But what she's gonna do is she's going to target the captain, and she's gonna fireball him.
Oh, I'm glad I'm out of that one. Wow.
Real quick question.
Let's see, what is the captain's one? What is the captain's armor class? I have to check this. Oh, he's fine. He just like goes like this with his sword and like like
Bats
that,
the fireball away.
and the fireball just like hits him face on, but just spreads out from around him, and he's gonna take half damage.
Someone needs to remind me because I keep forgetting that I have advantage on all aiming-based things because of my monocle.
Oh, okay.
He only
yeah.
takes
Okay, I got
2
it.
damage.
Like I got a singular +1. I would have like critted that if I friggin' remembered.
Well, shit happens, unfortunately.
Alright, so the captain's
Sadly.
taken 2 damage.
How close is Brunera to Magdi?
Brunera is about like 50 feet, is what I'll say. 'Cause you guys moved up a little bit, and then she kind of moved a little bit in, so closing the distance.
Okay.
I think the closest
What
person
are
would be Magdi.
You said it was 3 turns, right, before I could use that?
Yes.
Okay.
So describe what your character is doing or what you want to.
Brunera is going to attack with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Roll to hit. Or, yep.
I don't know if this is. It's an at-will cast.
Oh, so it just happens.
Yeah.
So roll
I
damage
need
then.
to do-
Right? No,
Let's see.
you still have to hit, right?
Yes. With
Yes.
an Eldritch Blast? Yes.
Yeah, so roll to hit, and then let's see if you hit her.
So that's an 8 total.
The spell goes wide, hitting the throne.
Damn it! Hit them.
Does the throne actually crack though?
It part of the back spire just kind of crumbles
Would
off.
I have to like roll the damage still for that since it hit the throne?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you roll
so
damage on the throne since it's part of the
1d
entity.
1d10 and then that's spell attack. So that's an 8, 12, 13, 14.
14. Alright, so she kind of like stumbles as she kind of like the throne gets hit, and she turns back and says, "Not in my watch." And she's preparing another spell. Like kind of like lightning starts
Brunera has learned something.
lightning starts crackling between her hands as she starts separating their hands and
Should
creating like
Britlain notice?
a giant energy ball.
Does everyone notice this or just?
Yes,
Everyone sees
everybody
this, yeah.
notices this.
No, I mean with the throne.
If you'd like to roll perception or if you just like to, because all of you are kind of looking at her, so I guess like from an angle you could kind of see part of the throne just kind of falling off into the lava.
Wait a minute. Hey, Brunera.
If you're in the voice area, you can't speak. So.
No, I'm outside. Remember?
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just
What
trying
is
to
it,
remember.
Britlain?
What did you hit? She staggered.
I hit her throat.
Ah. I think I know what we should target now.
And
A
she's
little
gonna
easier.
fire off a at Britlain this electro ball.
Electric ball?
Yeah, it's basically a ball of supercharged energy. And
It's lightning storm.
It's lightning storm. It's 1d8. This is kind of like our
wait a
higher
minute,
power attack.
Is she going first?
Well, she's taking opportunity attack because you angered her.
Can I
Fighting
roll
her
for magic
later,
again?
too, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I
It's
roll
her
for magic
reaction.
again?
Yeah.
Okay, rolling for
One.
magic to see what I get. 3. What is 3?
3 is grass. Or rock. Stone,
Rock.
basically earth.
Yeah,
yeah.
this is what I wanted, really. Okay, I'm gonna see that freaking.
Rock,
Oops,
scissors,
I just-
paper!
I see freaking
I just
electricity
realized I
coming
Sorry.
rolled that in the wrong location. Oops.
Yeah.
I rolled it in chat. Oops. My bad.
Ooh,
That's
Wrong place
not
to
where
roll
you're
it.
supposed to roll that.
There we go.
But I'm gonna see that spicy boy attack your boom for
There we
me.
go. There we go.
Okay,
And
I'm going
the spell
to.
goes wide.
Oh, it misses me. Okay, well I have rock hands now.
Yeah.
I don't know what the visual of the spell active looks like really, but yeah.
Your bones turn into just earth fingers.
And
Yeah, pretty much.
imagine a few floating stones around my hands.
Yep. Pretty much.
Finally I get to use this spell. He just kind of mutters to himself. Not allowed for anyone to realize. I love the idea if they think I can control my spells and I'm just being strategic.
Yeah.
I'm just activating and praying.
Yep. Alright.
Okay, who's next? Or is it top of round?
Top of the round.
Okay, my turn, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, then. He's gonna be eyeing that throne because it seems like she didn't like the throne being destroyed.
Mhm.
Wait, is there a way to tell if that's like a weakness or something, or is it?
I don't know. Would you like to roll perception or insight?
Whatever. Which one of them I'm better at, and probably none of them.
Check your stats.
Yep.
Okay, my insight has a -1, and my perception has a -1. And taking off his helmet may make everything worse.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Unless I take my cat out, and I can do that even if the cat is at the ship. I was gonna do that later, but I'll
Yeah.
explain how I can do that later. But
Yep.
anyways, oh, big thongs. Sorry for the time I'm wasting here thinking.
That's okay.
I could try and do an attack that will hit both the throne and her. That'd be a wide attack, though.
True.
A purposely wide attack, but well, I guess if we destroy the throne and it's not a weakness, we pissed her off, yes, but it doesn't really cost us anything, does it?
True.
Just resources. But I'm going to try and crush the throne by pretty much making a giant stone
Throwing
pillar,
a rock at it.
or throwing a rock, just crushing it in any way you can think of. Giant boulder or just a giant
Okay.
pillar sprouting out the ground and falling
Sure.
over.
Yep. Alright. Rolled a hit.
Okay, I forgot what my modifier was for the monocle. Wasn't it a +1?
+1, yep.
Okay, 1d20 with my +1 and it's
Wait.
fine. It's fine. I hit totally. I totally hit. It was fine.
Sure you did.
It's fine.
Yeah, you hit the lava and a rock spike just juts out of the lava, and she says, "Interesting, very interesting."
How many uses do I have? Like, is it for one for each hand?
One for both hands because you have to kind of clap them together. to kind of.
Well, I
point.
imagine I have different depending what I do is depending what hand gestures I pull. Like summoning a pillar
Yeah.
would probably be a chop upwards pathway with my hand.
Yeah, like clap up. So.
Well, that was my wasted spell. Sorry, guys. He just kind of says while shrugging.
All right. And she's going to hold her action. So it's Asteram.
Okay. I'm going to, since she's already noticed me, I'm just going to advance on her until I'm within 10 feet of her.
Yep.
And then I'm going to utter a spell and poison spray her.
Okay, clever. All right. Roll the hit.
I think. Do I roll a hit or does she roll a con?
I think she rolls
Hang
a
on.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Right?
Hang on.
We were
Poison
checking the
spray?
books. Yep. Poison
Yeah.
spray.
Yes.
Yeah, she rolls a Constitution saving throw, and only if she fails does she take the damage.
Okay, so Constitution saving throw.
And for me, the check is DC 13.
Okay, hold on. I have to actually get to her and roll this. She actually failed the check.
Oh, rock on. So do I roll the damage listed on the spell?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, which is a D12. Yay!
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yes,
One
it
of
is a Constitution saving throw. Yep.
Yeah. It's a good spell when it hits, but it's like,
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
and then it
My-
depends on. Oh shoot! I rolled 11.
She takes 11 damage.
Oh.
What did he cast?
Poison spray.
Poison spray.
Damn.
As she just screeches in agony.
Ah, it works.
As part of her her shroud just kind of starts like eroding, revealing like bony body underneath, with like parts of flesh dangling.
Okay, that's probably gonna be my turn now. So.
All right, Magdi.
All right. Well, it's the start of my next turn,
Yep,
so I become visible.
yep. And she sees you.
Well, this is going to be a surprise.
Yeah. Yep.
How close is she to the edge of this thing, or is she standing right in the middle of
She's
it?
standing in the middle, and the pathway is about 20 feet length across.
Okay. Well, that ruins
So
that
she's
particular
10.
idea. Yeah, that ruins that particular idea. But
Yep.
takes out sword.
She says, "What are you
Cool.
going to do? Prick me to death?" As she turns on you with her reaction, and she's
How
going
far
to.
away's the throne?
The throne
Belongs
is
to-
about 30 feet behind her. So yeah,
She hasn't exactly engaged. Neither one of us have engaged.
no.
I'm going to walk up to the throne and go,
She screams,
yeah. I
turning
figured
around,
she might.
and she's going to shoot a fire bolt at
Hang
you.
on, I've got to.
As her action, on her action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's preparing to do. But yeah, you have to do your thing first.
Yes, I do. That is a 17.
You hit.
Yay.
Do your slashing damage or whatever it is.
Yes, it's a slashing damage.
And Kenny, you'll have to roll to see how much of the throne is damaged.
Yeah, I know. I have that
That's
up here.
11, because I rolled an 8. I rolled max damage on my long
She
sword.
just has this gut-curdling scream as she realizes what you guys are up to,
What are we up to? Trying to destroy her throne?
and she says, she just screams like at the top of lungs, no, like this gut-curdling no,
Okay, the throne
and
is a weakness.
she's gonna shoot her fireball at Magpie.
Oh
Uh,
god.
wait.
Okay, so I had to roll a dexterity, don't I?
Yep.
Wait, Magda, are you near the throne?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Try to get her to hit the throne. That'd be hilarious.
I will try.
I'm pretty sure a successful dodge will force it.
Try to beat a nat 20.
No, there's no way.
Is there a way to assist her?
if you
From where you guys are, no.
no.
If I was able to activate a stone wall, it would be so nice.
So you're going to take critical
Hey,
double damage.
Hang on. Let me just roll for fits and jiggles.
Sure. Imagine if you rolled 20.
Ah. No.
Okay, so you're gonna take
I had a 7.
you're gonna take 1d6 worth of damage.
I'm going to go down too.
Yep.
Aha.
6 points of damage
Yeah, I kind of figured. Yeah, I go down.
as you drop
no.
to your knees and
No.
push forward. And she
Yeah,
just
no,
cackles
no.
evilly.
Yeah, you see me do this what was it, a firebolt?
Firebolt.
Firebolt hits her in the chest and she's unconscious.
As she turns to the rest of the party. Anyone else would like to try something that stupid?
Yeah, is it now Brunera's turn?
It is
It
Rhaenyra's
is.
turn.
Britlain's gonna piss out of orbit anger. Brunera.
I don't like that
Are you
laugh.
laughing? Wait, who's Magdi? Are you laughing or Brunera laughing?
Both.
Rhaenyra.
Laughing.
Huh?
You thought you could play coy with the other side, did you?
Whatever you're gonna do, Brunera, do it. I don't care anymore.
Brunera is going to pull the scroll out of her dress. She's going to rip the bloody, was it handkerchief off,
Yep.
and then she's going to tear the skull out of her dress.
Ooh.
She's going to throw them all on the ground, stomp on them, and then she's going to point right at her.
Take your revenge.
As there's alright, roll a d20 and add your Arcana modifier. And
Oh,
she's
God.
gonna do the same to resist.
So this counts as a spell, right?
Yeah.
So that's a 12. Then I have a spell attack, which is 13, 14, 15, 16, and my modifier is 17, 18.
Yes.
That's a 3.
Yeah, she can't resist.
So
The spell goes
literally
off.
like 30 souls are fixing to crash into her.
Yeah, as these objects start glowing with like this kind of like misty kind of like thing, and she says, "No, no, you can't, not now."
I knew your magic was gonna bite. Nah, to bite you eventually. He says while pointing.
As she starts like drawing power from the raising her hands, drawing power from around her, and her hands start turning glowing red. And the heat in the room starts to rise.
Damn it.
Okay, so Brunera is going to use her reaction,
Okay.
since that wasn't one of her own spells. She just released the dead.
Yep.
How close is Brunera to this Magdi?
About 60 feet.
She's gonna unleash another Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll to hit.
Sixteen, 17, 18, 19.
That hits.
Alright, and then that is a 1d10. That is a 4, that's 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Okay. She stumbles backward and falls as her cloak
Did it-
just kind
did
of
this knock
falls
her?
off, knocks her on her butt. As she stumbles and starts kind of like backpedaling, as you see her cloak has fallen off of her, and she is basically the reincarnation of a black skull, but like half turned into a black skull, like she's trying to turn herself into a black skull, and she has those gold etchings all over her body.
He just crosses his arms while looking at this wannabe black skull. You call that a black skull? He just kind of says a little bit.
Magdi is knocked out. She can't hear a thing.
Yeah. As she reaches, like scrambling for Magdi's body, she says,
Nope.
"You
Oh,
take
no.
you take those souls, I take one of yours.
Do something.
Yeah,
Is it my turn yet?
because she's fallen. How close is she?
She's like 10 feet from Magdi's body.
What I'm saying is, how close is she to Brunera now that she's fallen?
Like 50 feet. She's like pitched forward a little bit, but she's reaching for the body of Magdi.
But she was facing us, though.
Yes. Magdi was in front of her. The spell... Oh, wait, no, Magdi's behind her, so she has to turn around and go back. So she's turning around. As her half action. Move
I don't
action.
think any of us can get to her in time unless we do something like throw ourselves at her.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
How about I throw Brunera?
I don't think Britlain has the strength to throw Brunera.
Correct, probably.
No, but Brunera can throw Britlain.
Asteram might be closer just because he snuck up within 10 feet. But probably would still take a move to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to rely on a lucky shot. Like, I don't want to, like, pull out my flintlock and try and shoot her, because that's a lucky shot.
Yeah.
That's too hard. And too risky. Getting to her is the only way to save her, really.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
Hold on. Okay, you said she's 60 feet away, right?
60 feet away from you guys, but she's 50 feet from the throne, about 20 feet from Magdi's body.
Okay. Brunera is going to use her move up action.
Okay.
That's 30 feet.
Okay.
We're technically no longer in combat, right?
Well,
thought we still were.
semi-combat, because she's trying to grab the body of Magdi.
Okay, so me moving up, that puts me within range, within 60 feet range of Magdi's body, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, and since now she already attacked me, right? Once?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
She's
deal.
just
what's her move?
using her move action as a reactionary ability. Her dash action.
Oh no.
Let me guess, Hellish Rebuke?
Hellish Rebuke!
Yeah, I called it. And, like, as soon as Magdi said something about being attacked, I'm like, uh-oh.
Alright, so...
Because moving up 30 feet would put me in range of Maggie.
Okay. So, roll, how does Hellish Rebuke work?
You put your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. At higher levels, you get stronger.
Dexterity saving throw.
The dex saving throw is 12.
Okay.
Remember when you killed a guy one time with that?
Yeah.
Alright, she failed.
Fail. Yes! Okay.
She rolled a 0.
Okay, that is 4.
I don't know how, but she did.
And
Because she had a -2.
Yeah.
that's 4 and 2, so that's 5, 6. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She takes 12 fire damage.
Fire
on a
damage,
failed
okay.
save.
She's not looking too happy.
Like, you got super lucky to get a freaking 2. Well, super unlucky to get a 2 and -2.
She's like, her shroud is on fire. She's on fire. And she's crawling out of her shroud, like cloak, reaching for the body of Magdi, like desperately.
Oh, dear.
Anyone
I'm
else
thinking.
want to do anything?
Yes, I am trying to think, he says. Okay. She's not really a Black Skull. She's like a wannabe Black Skull.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Something.
I'm wondering if I could do something, because I'm a boss. I'm pretty much like the boss Black Skull, and I have the ability to reawaken, but also order things around. So couldn't I just stop her, maybe?
Try.
like my Black Skull magic.
Try, if you'd like.
I do have something else up my sleeve. I can do that within one turn as well. It's gonna be pretty simple.
Make a
and
decision.
very hard. I'm making a decision. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, not gonna sure if this works, but it probably she seems to fit the parameters. He says while quickly rubbing his hands, putting down his cane. and
Captain Wilcock
flicking-
is switching out his weapon while you're doing this to his flintlock.
I flick my fingers. The same type of flame that showed up before shows up in my hands. Now here's the one. He's gonna quickly. Here's a problem with being a Black Skull and not a Master one. He says, where he quickly directs the. Basically, his reddish flame is directed to her.
Okay.
And because I don't think she counts as what he is, as you know, I'm just gonna call it like a Master Black Skull. This means I have the ability to probably take control practically and make her go away.
All right. This is going to be a roll-off.
Oh no. Okay, a 1d20.
1d20 plus your Constitution modifier.
Can I, do I have to have it if it's bad?
Yes.
You could summon your cat to help you.
Yes. Well, I can do that too. So, what is my cat gonna do?
It adds a +2 to your modifier.
Oh, okay. Also, I do that too. Basically, I'm gonna show you how I summon my cat when it's at the ship. I also quickly take out a little coin with a cat on it, and I flip it into the air, and then it just kind of teleports the cat here. Here's the cat on my shoulder. Okay, this gives me a +2, so it counters. So now I only have a +1 though, because it counters my -1, or is it just a 0?
It's a +1.
It's a +1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, +1. Close my eyes and pray 5.
She got an 18, so she just turns around and says, "That won't work here."
Well,
grabs
it would
the-
if I
she
believed in
grabs-
myself enough.
She reaches out and grabs the leg of Magdi. It's
Damn it.
now on fire. You're gonna take
Oh.
1d4.
No, I can't.
Oh well, you're gonna have to roll a death saving throw then.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry about
yeah.
that. I forgot that you were damaged.
I'm knocked out. So let
Yeah.
me
Can I
roll
do
the death.
something extra because I don't think that was a full well, there was a commitment turn, but
Yeah.
can I do anything else, or is it just?
So it's a DC 10, right?
Yes.
I guess I can't do anything.
No, you can't do anything because you finished your turn. So.
I can't order my cat either.
Well, you can give your cat a command, but
Okay.
as a reaction.
I don't think. You
That's one success.
can.
So she's breathing, but she's stabilized.
No.
Oh, you have to get 3
One
successes?
I
3
have to get
successes.
3.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I'm
Sorry
trying
about
to
that.
think.
I'm trying to
Sorry
remember
for
the
my
system.
loud thinking noises.
All right.
Because I don't like this. I don't like the situation that we're in. Here.
I know you don't like this, but come on, guys, take the lady out.
I'm trying.
As she
Turn
now
it.
has her hand on her leg. Magdi's leg.
Okay.
Flaming hand.
I'm going to quickly think of something to do with my cat. Does anyone have any sort of item that can be like good at just contact damage? Bomb, anything?
The captain. You hear the captain here, and you just hear on, and a like a arcing kind of blue lightning bolt shoots out of his gun, and just I have to roll to hit, so it's gonna be fun. Hopefully this works.
Don't forget any of your modifiers.
Yeah.
This is also opportunity attack too, because she's not able to see him right now.
Yeah. So this is going to be that. That hits. She reels back in pain as this kind of like net of energy just kind of wraps around her and just binds her body rigid as she's like spazzing out on the ground.
Oh, thank you, Captain.
And he says it's not over yet, and he's gonna roll
Yes,
the damage, so that's 1d8 plus shock damage of 3. She takes 11 damage. And hold on. She is like panting for air. As she's like in a lot of pain. And you can see that when she's taking damage, part of the throne is starting to crumble.
Britlain's gonna quickly. Someone destroyed that blasted throne. He just kind of points at it.
Who's up now?
It would be you.
You.
Cool. Yay. I've got less things that can affect the throne, but I can affect her pretty badly.
Please, affect her! Affect her!
Is there any chance now that she's been like blasted and left on the ground?
Yeah, she's prone. Well, not prone, but like
She's still on fire too. So.
She's on fire. She is paralyzed and sacrifices her next turn because she is rigidized and like basically locked into like this like web of static energy.
That is perfect. Rogues like that. So rogues. So Asteram's gonna run up and sneak attack her with the rapier.
Okay, roll to hit.
I don't suppose I can get advantage because she's prone.
I mean, I'll give you a +2.
Okay,
that sounds fair because, you know, she has 2 spell abilities that are acting on her, against her. What did you roll?
I probably missed. I rolled a 2 on the die, which is gonna be a total with the additional +2 for her being prone. That's only 8.
Yeah, your spell goes, your slash goes wide, and just kind of nicks her dress.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Okay,
Talking about prone.
Right. We're just checking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I picture he stabs through, but only manages to like get through her gown and into the stone, like chunk.
We'll see. Hold on.
Oh,
Combatants who find themselves lying on the ground, either because they've been knocked down or because they've thrown themselves down in a game. Snooky. Thank you. I have to go to Appendix A. I don't know why. Prone. There we go. Prone creature's only movement option is to crawl unless it stands up.
It can't.
Creature has disadvantages on attack rolls. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the creature is within 5 feet. If the attacker is within 5 feet. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
Okay, so you have advantage. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, do a second roll.
Yeah, just do a second roll.
Yay. Natural 20.
That
hits.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what do I roll?
Roll your slashing damage for your rapier, which is a D6.
That's a D6.
Yeah, because it's a larger weapon, it's not a dagger.
Can I add a die for my sneak attack, I think?
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
The throne is still standing, right?
Yes, but it's crumbling slowly.
7 damage total.
7 damage. Okay, so she takes 7 damage. Alright. Okay, and then, that takes 7 damage. Yeah, she's still up, but she's, like, screaming, and, like, the echo of the room is just shaking the room as lava starts rising in the room.
I think I know how to resolve this issue.
Okay, Magdi does get a turn.
Yep. Magdi's turn.
This is my second
Death saving throw. Yep.
She made it.
Cool.
Oh, good. Yay.
Yes, it's my second success.
Yep. Alright, Brunera.
Since
Take her out! Take her out!
Since we're not really in combat-ish anymore,
Yeah.
Oh.
Brunera is going to approach the slowly crumbling throne.
I'm also going to be approaching, following behind.
And she's just reaching out, screaming, "Stay back!"
She's going to sit on the throne.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
interesting.
What is this?
You sit on the throne, and like these skulls kind of like pop out of the kind of just grow up out of the like the very edges of the armrest, and they're gold skulls, and their eyes light up as you wrap your hands around them, and just feel like a surge of energy course through your body, Brunera, and you can hear the call of 1,000 souls. Basically, you've amplified your power by +4.
Her eyes glow white.
Of course
Like
they
this-
will
This
flow right.
dark, like milky white color.
Oh, lovely.
And you just hear screaming.
Thousands of souls trapped within this throne.
I assume that.
Also, you
I
can
think
hear the
we all know
soul.
what we must
You
do.
can also hear the soul of Magdi crying out in the murky
Put me
Put me
waters.
back!
We're back. We're back.
Brunera is going to, she's going to conjure burning hands in both of her hands where the skulls are, and she's going to start melting the skulls on the throne.
Roll me a Arcana check.
Britlain is just gonna fold his arms and just kind of
First,
look this.
though, she's going to use her reaction. She's going to call her dragon to her.
The dragon just kind
Baby
of perches
dragon.
up around her neck and sits at the top of the throne.
This is a +4.
Oh gosh.
Yep, the dragon gives her a +4 to her stuff.
So +8.
Oh
That
no!
is okay. That's 5 and 4 is 9. So plus my so that's a 9 from the dragon. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13 for the spell attack, and the modifier is a +2. So 14. Yeah, 15 total.
15 damage.
Total. Yeah.
So the throne starts crumbling around you as you stand up, and you're just like you are coursing with this this undead energy from the beyond, and you're just locking eyes with this creature as she just slowly turns, looks at you, her face is just white, even though she's a partial black skull, and her expression, like a sheet white, and she just she knows what's coming. And she's helpless to defend herself.
Brunera is gonna walk over to her. She's just basically gonna put her finger on her forehead.
Yep.
And with her eyes glowing white, she says, "Die!" And she just releases all the pent-up angry souls into Maggie's body.
She's just screaming as this beam of souls just comes out of your finger, goes into her head, and then they start exiting through her eyeballs, her ears, and her mouth just opens wide as souls just starts flying out, and she just crumples to the ground, pitches forward, and turns to ash. And Magdi awakens.
No, she doesn't, because I still have one
Because
more.
you're no longer in combat, but you hear the voice of Magdi crying out in your mind.
Wake me up! Wake me up!
Return to your body.
As the soul just flies towards the body.
Okay, so
Roll again.
I'm assuming that's an automatic success?
Yes.
Yay.
Brunera's gonna collapse to the ground, breathing heavy.
As the captain just pockets his flintlock with the smoking blue kind of energy, and he just rushes forward and leans next, picks up supporting Magdi's body. Says, "Someone go tend to Brunera."
Look like it.
No. That was more souls than I was prepared to handle.
Looks
And-
like it.
As rising up from the lava,
I'm gonna help you out.
a ball of lava just rises up from around you, floats over to the center of the this outcropping where the throne once was, and splashes to the ground, and a heavy iron chest with a red skull on it, metal skull.
I'm gonna quickly, if I have it, or just get it from the captain, I guess. But
Yep.
map thing, because it probably shows me what I'm looking for too.
It says, "The answers you seek lie before you. Hurry before you weep." As
I
the,
assume-
as
I
the
assume
room
there's a
just
picture of the-
rumbles.
Yeah. I think this is what we were looking for. He says
Astram
what
will
we
go up to the chest to pick it up.
Alright.
Hey, it's mine. he kind of Britlain just quickly says.
Cooperate to lift it. It's probably heavy.
Yes.
It's very heavy.
Who's gonna be picking it up?
Certainly not me.
Astram will
Yeah.
try to help.
And the
But it's-
captain is gonna try and help. And then he notices the lava is pooling around you and bubbling, and he says, "This volcano is about to go active. We need to get out of here."
going.
As there's another rumble and a boom as like one of these bubbles just.
Is someone going to like heal Magdi?
He's gonna heal him now. So he's gonna pull out another vial, and he's going to 1d20 plus 1 for healing. That's an 11, so roll a d6.
Roll a d6.
Yep.
4.
We gain 4 hit points
Yay.
as he picks you up over and kind of throws you over his shoulder and starts walking towards the nearest exit.
My eyes, shoot open. Hi. Did we
Calm
win?
down. We won, but we need to get out of here.
We won.
As
Are you alright?
I'll tell you about it later on the ship.
you
Right.
guys
So
start
it's like
limping towards the
Chambly
exit.
stands up.
I don't think anyone's helping him.
No,
Grim yet.
Magdi is. It looks over. Do you need a hand or a couple?
Brunera's
the
already
sk- the-
crossing
the-
the bridge thing.
The
Yeah.
four,
Looking around.
the 3 skeletons come in. The white skeletons rushing in through the exit, and they say, "What happened here?" As they draw their cutlasses and say, "You're allied skeletons."
It's fine. Just pick up the chest and take it back to the ship. And be quick. The volcano's going to explode.
They rush towards the chest, pick it up, and run out.
I'm running too, because I don't want to be in here.
And there's a low boom as you guys are like running through the sewers at this point, and you can just see a fireball chasing you, and that's where we're gonna end.
I died once. I don't want to die again.
And that's where we're gonna end today's episode of Shores of Sorrows, Sapira's Legend. How did everyone do? Sorry about knocking down a player, but it was for the added effect.
Anyways.
Oh
I
no,
don't
you're
care.
fine.
Dad's
Yeah.
challenge. Give
Yeah.
me more challenge. Bring
Yep.
me another.
So, who enjoyed the temporarily overpowered Brunera?
That was
Me!
very short.
Me.
A very short amount of her. Yes. We only got a little dose of her. That was a scary amount of dose of her.
Yes. Alright, so if we want to go around the room and tell us our favorite part of that episode, and before we close out, and what we could do better, what we could improve upon.
My personal favorite, I would have to say, is the fact that Brunera has gotten a little bit nastier. Just a little bit.
She's wised up, yes. Britlain?
Not just wised up, but like I
Go
feel
ahead.
like as a whole character, she's become a bit more sadistically nasty as a person.
I could see
We got
that.
more pissed off.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, don't piss off your local sea witch.
I'll come for your soul.
Okay, calm down, Brunea.
I guess my favorite is you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to push Maggie into the lava.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, nope, not happening this time.
No, I really
Yeah.
wanted to do that, but it was sort of like, okay, everybody's been attacking the throne, so
Yeah.
this is her last act. Fuck.
Yeah,
You died.
did anyone notice that the throne was actually later on you guys found out that the throne was a conduit for her soul's power?
Yes, and that's
Yep,
what I
so-
realized pretty quickly too after Brunera
Yeah.
cracked it, and
Yeah.
like, I immediately realized, like, wait.
Yep.
What I would have loved to have seen, and I'm going to be brutally honest with this, is because Maggie was not really herself anymore. She was more of a skeleton.
Yeah.
I personally think it would have been funny as hell if Magdi had grabbed her and just like you're chopping wood, just slammed her one hand in the ground and smashed her body to pieces. It would have been hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be interesting if I could take control, but I failed that so hard.
True.
Like, that would have been a twist. And a really funny twist. I like how my character out loud keeps saying stuff that hints that he's a Black Skull, but I don't think Asteram has, like, noticed at all.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Speaking about that,
You're
He's
only
the
ever taking
worst.
the helmet off when you're.
Asteram is technically oblivious to this at the moment.
Asteram's the worst
Ding, ding,
rogue
ding,
I've
ding,
ever
ding.
seen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't even hear the
wow.
weasel.
Are we
Yep.
throwing shade now?
Just a little.
all right. So, Astrum, what did you think so far?
Oh, me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
I
just
love this
looking.
one.
Yeah.
I would say. I hate to admit, I love having comedy beats. I think my favorite part was like stepping on the trap for the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Found it.
I found a trap.
Yeah, I found that funny. I didn't laugh really, but I did find that really funny.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
do
like-
think it's important to get, like, actual funny jokes in here, and not
Oh
just...
yeah.
True. That's what
I-
keeps the game.
I like a little bit later on when Brunera found the flame trap. It's like, of course it's a pressure plate. Just kind of walked on. It's sort of like,
All right. Well,
This is the first time my character got a little more serious, because he got a little pissed off.
Yeah, we're a little bit over time, but I'd like to thank all of you guys for joining us, and thank you for the audience for taking the time out of your day to watch this amazing series of Shores of Sorrows. Tune in next week, next Saturday, for Realms of Awakened Essence. Will you be there, Magdi?
no, I will not. I am going to be doing Gen Con Online, which is next week.
All right. Well, we hope we'll miss you dearly, but we'll be down I forget your character's name.
And
Yeah.
We'll be
Aya.
down at Aya, yeah. So as we
And hopefully, next time will be finally when I finish my dungeon.
Yep, but
Oh, does that mean the next time it's my turn?
The time after.
Yeah.
Do you have
possibly.
everything ready?
Oh,
I don't like it.
And with that being said, are there any last-minute announcements before we close out for today?
Yeah. Remember, respect your local sea witch, or you'll die.
Or you'll die a horrible fate!
And with that being said, thank you for joining us for Shores of Sorrows. We'll see you next week for Realms of Awakened Essence.
Bye, everyone.
Bye!
Bye! Don't die. That's an important rule.
Take it.